Yay! What's
Wow,
up,
it was
man?
great.
It was good music, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's recent. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I just made that just for this. Hello, everyone out there. Well, I don't know if anyone's really watching. The counters are weird. As I've been digging more into like YouTube, I find the way things count aren't always the way they seem. But we are live here, basically bullshitting. I'm not gonna lie.
What's the goal?
Pretty much what it is.
13. We want 13 new subscribers tonight. We need a pledge.
Yeah,
13
we need
new people.
13 subscribers
just
for $0.
I mean, one subscribe click. That's it. We're just gonna be, and we will match your donation with a vote no on something.
Vote no on something. Whoa.
Just a vote.
Hold on.
No,
what are you getting me into?
I'll do all the dirty work. Obviously,
it's like what are you getting me into? If you guys cannot tell, if you've never seen one of our shows before, our names are right there, Nick and Kyle. Nick and I work here at LRM Online. You see our wonderful Genreverse logo because our baby, along with Jammer, who helped me and Nick, this wonderful multimedia empire we are starting, is kind of getting its own branding. But it's cool. It's cool, man. We started a long time ago with a neat little show called LRM Ranks It. Do you remember that, Nick?
Yeah. Ooh, with Spider-Man.
That was our
the very first one, I think. It's interesting because we're gonna do a Marvel Multiverse Mondays. We're gonna start doing Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking forward to that.
There are lots of areas of Marvel I'm sure will go down where I won't be enjoying it either. We might get too far into Fox or.
Oh god!
Think about it. We have to watch all 3 Fantastic Four movies before that movie comes out in like 4 years. And I have not seen Fan Four Stick. So, yeah, we did Spider-Man first.
Oh no, you're not gonna make me watch that again, are you? I might.
I've never seen it. That's years away, dude. We're not touching Fantastic Four until there's a movie to talk about.
Oh well, there is a movie.
Not until there's a teaser trailer. Unless we run out of Marvel content completely, we're not touching Fantastic Four until there's a teaser trailer.
Be sure you're tweeting and twitting and Instagramming and stuff like that, and to telling people that we're on live. But check this out. Let's see if this works. I'm not great. I'm not great on my sharing abilities here, but I think I can do this. Can I add it to yeah, there it goes. Oh, look. That's it. Look, I couldn't crop worth nothing. So there's the bars are
500 views since we released that. That's way more than we used to have on it.
It was fun.
Doc Ock is so beautiful.
I had these like great ideas for bigger intros, and shout out to God,
I was skinnier and you were fatter. We traded weight. Look at that. I'm like at the same location too, just lower.
Wow, I almost didn't recognize. I freaked out. I was like, "What is this that I'm looking at?"
Look how bad my lighting is. Oh, and I care too much about. I care enough about my hair that's kind of up. But
yeah,
like right now, I care too little about everything. Obviously, I don't give a shit. I'm shaving this off for Tom Cruise when they re-release Mission Impossible a week from Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a re-release just for it's Fathom event for a day. Mm-hmm. I'll be 2 days past my vaccine. I'll be done. I'm gonna shave. I'm gonna go see Tom Cruise with Jammer.
Nice. How? Don't give away your locations, but how far are you from him now?
4 miles. like on a GPS, not by the crow or whatever.
Yeah. I thought for some reason he was on the other side of that long road, and you know which one I'm talking about. So I thought he was on the outside of that whole mess that you're inside. No, or is it your family's on the inside of that whole mess, and you're not? That canyon, that valley.
There's no valley out here.
Yeah, the one where there's like only like the one highway that goes through. I thought you lived in
we're
that
all below
area.
that. We're all below that.
Oh, okay.
That's to go to the mountains.
Yeah. Okay. I thought for some reason
I'm much closer to the
there.
mountains than my parents are. No.
Okay.
You get stuck on I-25 and shit. It's like the 10 or the 5
of the middle of the U.S.
No, it's like it is one of the worst roads in like the United States. Like
have you
top
you
10 or something?
Yeah. No.
But it's not as bad
10.
as like.
Oh God, I hate 10.
As your area.
What, traffic wise? No.
Yeah. But it's pretty high. It's some of the highest places on the list, along with big cities like Chicago.
I live in the absolute worst fucking place for traffic. God, dude, Spider-Man. You know, I'm gonna fast forward this just so people can kind of see our list.
Shit in the background too.
I do not have this same stuff in the
your background's upgraded.
It's
upgraded. Look at mine. The same posters. And nothing changes in my life. Man. Our lighting's just better because I'm not actually lighting. I just have electricity. Lights on.
So tell me, Nick, looking at this list now, and talking about live action only. We got Far From Home to throw in there. How has your Spider-Man list changed since October? Oh God, we probably recorded it like 4 or 5 days prior, but sometime in the middle of October 2018.
Well, here's the hard part. I've never ever sat down and thought, do I like Homecoming more than Far From Home or vice versa? Mm-hmm. I've never had to rank the two. I've just always said they were great. And obviously Homecoming's number 1 on my list. So it's going to be 1 and 2. I got to put Far From Home as number 1 and everything else just shifts down the list.
Really?
Yeah,
why does Far From Home get to go to number 1? Jake Gyllenhaal? I'm not disagreeing. I love
his Mysterio. It's hard though because I also love Vulture. I don't know. I think it's better when it gets going. It's not that. It's still Homecoming skips the Uncle Ben stuff, but it's still the origin story, where like his first friend finds out he's trying to date a girl. The girl's dad is a supervillain.
Yeah.
As often is with his friends. Hell, doesn't Nate become the Hobgoblin in the comics? I can't picture that at all.
Yeah,
like the ultimate or the new universe.
Yeah, so something like that.
And he wants to. It's like I can't picture that actor as the Hobgoblin.
Yeah. When I look at this, I see a perfect list. I see a perfect list that I would not change, except for, like you said, I put Far From Home as my number 1 favorite. Look, guys,
we both agree with our old selves.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. In 2002, I walked out of a theater, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm saying I'm on Twitter right now. I'm saying I'm talking Spider-Man, ranking live action movies live. Exclamation points are good, right?
Yeah.
And then I put a link. You know what? Dan Slott wrote him, and Dan Slott wrote him. So I will totally try and ride some coattails for her at LRM. This is Shameless, guys. You don't understand. We are in petty mode right now. No. I walked out of the theater in 2002, after seeing Spider-Man, and the only thing I could think of is when do I get Mysterio? I cannot wait for Mysterio. I want Campbell to play Mysterio. Where's my fishbowl head Mysterio? And not cocktails, coattails. I'm not allowed to drink. I did, but I wrote down cocktails
on Twitter.
But I didn't send it out. Yeah, I got the brain damage. So but that's all I've ever wanted. And you guys can see I've got some Mysterio stuff back there, and it's such a great character. And like you said, Gyllenhaal magnificently executed their version of Mysterio, which is a bit different,
even though it's built into Stark. Which it's always like all the Spider-Man movies are Stark villains, but it's still great. Like, he called it barf. He called my vision barf.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they cut back to this fake, a previous line that we've never seen before in the same scene where they cut back to like the first ever previously on, where it's like, Tony Stark made this in a cave from scraps. They really do good with that, but. Because, yeah, remember, Mysterio is not one person.
No.
Which is why you could continue him into the new movie without even having Jake Gyllenhaal being alive. Wouldn't be as fun, but
totally you're right. You're right. And that
if
tweet
they were
totally
doing
just
a Sinister
went
Six,
out.
That's why they're grabbing people. I don't know.
And you know what? Let's talk about that, Nick. You have, and everybody get your nice last looks at these great. I wonder if my buddy from Twitter is on and about ready to spam me with some pro Venom stuff. Get your last look at these perfect lists. Just shift everything up and put Far From Home right here. But Nick, let me ask you this: if you got a chance, if you had to include Spider-Verse, does Spider-Verse take number one?
No. I have a weird thing about Spider-Verse.
What is your weird thing about? Okay, so before we get...
I think it's a fantastic film.
Uh-huh.
But I have a lot of trouble finding animation as epic as live action. So like if the Spider-Verse story were told in live action, it would be my favorite. But I still... You just got rid of the list. I would still have to put it even behind Spider-Man 2, which is, I think that would make this my fifth favorite. Spider-Verse would be my fifth favorite, I think, after Spider-Man 1 and 2 and the two Marvel ones. And then before 3, and also before the Amazing movies, which suck.
Wow, you actually put it down that. So
only because I like the others so much. Like, I love Spider-Man 1 and 2 still.
I can get that. I don't know.
It took my virginity, Kyle. Otherwise, all I'd seen was Batman movies on television. The bad ones.
I liked it well enough. My only issue, hey, look at that. LRM Online is live now. We should watch them.
I actually was accidentally leaked to us for a few seconds while you were talking because I was trying to share the address on Twitter. I had to get the address by clicking on this.
I think I could actually put Spider-Verse probably number 2. Look, it suffered
or number 3 with the new movie, or number 2 overall?
Maybe we'll see.
And you said Far From Home is your favorite, right?
Yes,
yes. The Mysterio, your favorite.
Mysterio, hands down. I'm biased. Yeah, I mean.
Well, that's why Spider-Man 3 is at the bottom of my list. Venom's my favorite. I'm biased.
There you go.
And it's a better Venom than Venom.
No, it's not that. It's not that difficult. Anywho, when it comes to Spider-Verse, my biggest issue was just the lack of what's the word I'm looking for? The villain for Fisk. Fisk was not a great villain to me. You had a great villain with Prowler and a great relationship, and you did spend a good focus there, but not enough. Fisk took up pointless time You could have had that machine with the female Octavia. I think is her name, right?
It's
it's something. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
Her first name's different.
Okay.
Instead of Otto, it's Octavia. No, it's still Octavius at the end. I think it's just a different first name. I think because otherwise she's just gender swapped.
Yeah, but they could have used her. They did use her
again,
as like
Catherine
part of the
Hahn.
machine. Yeah, there you
Agatha.
go.
Crushing the Marvel universe.
They used her, to help with the science and all that. But why not let her be? There you go, Olivia. Why not let her? Yeah, let her be the main. Fisk was just wasted. She already showed herself to be a person that was like ready to do science for science to a degree.
But wasn't she even in one scene being like, I don't know if you should
like
push it this
Thanks
far.
for watching.
What's that? Did someone just leave or something?
Pulp Mythos is watching. He said Spider-Verse is his favorite. Far From Home a close second. So
is that something I can see?
Yeah, if you, I don't know if you can click on the comments on the screen, but I can.
Oh, I can.
There you go. Oh, that's Brian, by the way. So hi.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. We were going to move on from Spider-Man for a moment, weren't we? Yeah. To news stories about Spider-Man. That's what we were going to do. And I'm going to bring up the no, not that way. How did I have it last time? There we go.
All my news stories I wrote about Spider-Man this week.
Nick's
I wrote a trilogy
of Spider-Man. Yes, of course. I only
did the second one because Cam said I should. I only did the third one because there was another story, even though it was a story from yesterday. I don't write on Thursdays. I was like, gotta do it.
So look, everyone has. There's been a lot of alleged leaks. There's been a lot of legit leaks, and I'm
waving to Brian now.
And then we've had not necessarily leaks, but actors saying things they shouldn't. And so far, other than a few things dealing with like a stunt double or a foreign language dubber, we haven't
the Spanish language dubber.
Right. We haven't heard too much spoilerish, like legit or even plausible. Like, I don't want to say plausible. We've heard more about bad guys. We got more of a good feeling, confirmation on the bad guys to expect. Maybe not versions or twists and turns, but earlier in the earlier this week, Andrew Garfield was asked about Spider-Man No Way Home. Basically said, I haven't gotten a call. I'm not a part of it. I would love to be. Stuck with that through a few more interviews, talk to Access, and
it's always I haven't gotten a call yet.
Yeah,
the language they all use, not just Garfield, but
he says I've heard all of the rumors of everything, and to be frank, I think it's a really cool idea, but as a fan, just as a pure fan, God, do you think actors could act better? And look, he might not be acting, but anyways, but yeah, as I've said previously, it's not something that I hate being given the responsibility of disappointing people. It's not something that I've been asked about or anything like that, but never say never. Oh, wait, the film's already wrapped principles, so
never say never.
Never say never. They did shove Jesus Joker into the Snyder
left out the Jesus
Justice
part.
League.
They just did that just for a stupid picture.
Yeah, just for a picture. But
I didn't want to see Jesus Joker.
I don't want to see Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Neither do I. I don't want to see either Spider-Man. I don't want Spider-Verse. I just want a few villains maybe brought in.
Mm-hmm. You've said that, and
give me Sinister Six by using the multiverse. I don't care.
Right, and you and I have discussed that as a possibility of what they might do. How does this? Oh God, no, stay away. I've been you and I had this idea that we would see maybe flashes of the other Spider-Man, but that the villains may have been brought over here,
which still might be the case. 3 minutes of Andrew Garfield, totally feasible. Wouldn't bother me as much. Everyone's like, we're getting the Spider-Verse, and we're gonna get like both Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy, and like they're all gonna team up for like a big hour-long epic. And it's like, no, why the fuck would they want to do a live-action Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
it's cheap. And it didn't even make that much money, honestly, and it feels cheap to do it so soon.
I don't even think Marvel would want to do it.
I only think it's interesting to Marvel and probably Kevin Feige, because Kevin Feige was so excited when he got to announce Jamie Foxx was Electro. And I can see him as a nerd and someone who just produced those movies with little power be equally excited to work with Alfred Molina and be like, oh my God, I get to build my own Spider-Man movie. Like, this is going to be the best.
I could see something like that. Yeah. I wonder about because Molina himself makes it seem like he's the same guy. His wording was odd. And look, here's the thing about Marvel, guys. Not everyone gets to read the entire script. Not everyone
probably didn't.
Yeah, not everyone sees everything that's filmed for their scenes. Like
until the press screening or the premiere.
Yeah, there's some actors that don't even know their full character's arc because of the way movies are shot out of sync. They might have taken a break during filming, and they've got so many other things to memorize. I don't blame them. Like when people get mad at Paltrow for not knowing which MCU movies she's in, there's a lot of things
we could talk in the same scene as Spider-Man. Like,
right. But look, there's a lot of things we could say about Miss Paltrow, positive, negative, whatever.
Or weird.
But
mostly weird.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna rag on her for not necessarily knowing every movie scene, like all of that stuff.
Only because it's Marvel. If she had been in one Marvel and she gave that answer to Jon Favreau, I would be, what the fuck?
Yeah, but she's done a lot.
She's done a lot outside of Marvel too. It's not like, I'm sure some actors. I was watching a YouTube video on some kind of film history, and there's I can't remember what actor. It's a biggish actor director, like Robert De Niro, Pacino. But I can't remember who it is. Who, if you'll ask him about this one, no, it was an audio from someone, like a Scorsese level actor or director, could be Coppola or someone. There was a whole article written about this video that they found, like B footage that they would have been shooting, not because special effects really existed back then, but just because the camera would have been rolling. Right. And it was that one of them just refuses. There's a movie he made that no matter how much you ask him about it, the guy is like, no, I had nothing to do with that film.
Oh wow!
It's not because he forgot it. I think it was someone like Orson Welles. That's Orson. I don't remember. It's that time period. I think. He's just like, no, what? No.
You know what I'm doing, and because we can, because this is a drive. People, help us! How many do we need? Let me see. How many do we need? Oh my God, we're up to 30. That really hurt my shoulder. 39.88. We got one more. We need 12 more subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. 12 more subscriptions.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Keep providing this. I mean, you are our greatest resource.
They are. You know what's funny? I have a friend named let's call him Steve, and Steve told me a story I got to share on LRmornings about he needed to get something off his chest and about work and some people at work that just don't do the right thing, and Steve is one of those guys that does the right thing, right? And he needed some advice. I could say that he definitely got some advice. So if you guys are interested in our new advice segment on the morning show, which is going to actually become just a daily show, because as production values go up, rendering and upload times do too. But it was great.
By recording it in the morning, it's no longer a morning show because it takes so long to make, render and stuff.
Well, no. See, here's the cool thing. As we are able to do more live, it will be more legit morning. But since we're only do the live once a week, but yeah, I was happy, and the whole part about the F It Friday segment, the venting segment, if you will, it's for the audience. We would like you guys to get involved, chit chat with us, vent about work, vent about comics, about other fans, vent about whatever, and then join LRmornings, the future daily cup of genre, right there, Genreverse, and you can slide in my DMs over at you got your point. You can slide into those at that Kyle Malone DMs and tell me your problems. We will protect your anonymity. Did I say it right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Totally. We'll protect your anonymity, and you guys will be good to go. So yeah,
we'll sign you random names like Gary.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Did I mess something up? No, that's
like being on a mental roller coaster.
I know, Nick. What's your Twitter, dude? Or it's not your Twitter, your Instagram. I mean,
I had to look it up. I think it's breaking_geek, but
let me
look it up. Instagram, you say? The one I barely use, but I have been using recently.
I am totally typing underscore.
I think either that or it's dash. That's what I'm looking for. I don't even know where the fucking thing is on my phone.
Dude,
Instagram.
The word underscore.
Oh, I'm not even looking up because I can't fucking find it. I think this shit would be out. Oh, there it is. I don't know what the symbols look like.
So is it at breaking_geek?
I have to look at my own self.
I thought you just said you had.
I'm
do you not
right
understand
now.
the predicament we're in? Look at this.
How do I get to me?
We got an infinity mirror situation here, Nick.
I know the
need you to find your name. I need you to find your name.
Well, how do I do that?
I don't know. Nick is no longer getting his Instagram.
Breaking_geek. But don't spell it out. Don't spell it out. Apparently, I've somehow done 140 posts. If you like weird artwork with a xenomorph sneaking up on Red Skull while Red Skull has his gun trained on a face hugger and Cap's dead in the background with a little tiny squiggly alien rolling around the floor, then you're in luck because I have one or two of those.
Yeah,
because I have an articulate action figure of those for Cap, Red Skull, and an alien.
Oh, okay.
And the alien. Then the alien. I have to show the audience. This is one of my favorite toys. I like toys.
We all love toys.
So, it's like Target has those cool action figures right now. They're like pretend like they were made 30 years ago, but they're brand new. So $30, you get your little alien. Comes in a box, looks like the Aliens DVD. Jaw
That's
opens all the way. The tail, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. And, it has a bunch of points for articulation. But what's special about it is it comes with an egg and a face hugger, which, again, has complete articulation. So you can kind of set it in the egg however you want. And then it comes with every form of the alien because it also comes with the little baby who, again, it's just his tail is just like, do whatever you want with it and curl him around someone's neck. So, which terrifies me.
They are. They were always creepy, and yes, Nick, I'm aware. Men, pregnancy, yada yada.
That was the point. Sigourney Weaver was originally a man. I mean, Ripley was a man. They didn't even change the name.
Yeah. Look, Nick, I gave us a overlay. Yeah, down at the bottom, just for you. Let's get into some.
Where's my Instagram?
You told me not to put. I deleted it, and then you're like, oh, it's this, and I'm like, nope, too late.
Oh, that's okay. No one ever uses my Instagram.
Too late. So it's breaking_geek. Yeah, way to go, Nick. Anyways, what else geeky stuff do we got going on this week? Let's take a look over at the wonderful website, LRMonline.com. What, Indy?
Indiana Jones.
What happened?
I don't pay attention. It's funny. I could also bring up articles because I write like 10 a week. And somehow Jonesy always selects the ones I wrote without knowing I wrote them to be our podcast topics. Because basically I gravitate towards the same news story that we put in the podcast. So almost entirely Marvel. I leave Star Wars to other people. But Indiana Jones, Mad Mikkelsen, who's like a god now. I mean, just think of the franchises he's been in. Harry Potter, he's going to be in. Well, Wizarding World, James Bond, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Marvel. Give him like DC and Transformers or something, and he's like the hottest actor there's ever been. He actually earlier we were talking about how Marvel actors don't even get to read the full scripts, and stuff. He got because Indiana Jones isn't as secretive these days, and they want to convince people to come join after the last one. He was given the whole script to read to decide because he's like the biggest cast member to join, except for Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who was L3 or L5 or whatever in Solo, and also co-wrote Bond. Yeah. And she has her show Fleabag is amazing on Amazon. But Matt Mikkelsen, who we all love from all those franchises I mentioned, and he's kind of the new Liam Neeson, as we've discussed on BGRtP. He just does revenge flick after overaged man revenge flick. He said he watched Raiders of the Lost Ark the same day he read the script, and the script was everything he wished it would be. It could be someone just bullshitting, but at the same time, he could have turned down the movie rather than having to tell that lie, unless it was like. Also this week, Dave Bautista was asked, this ties in, don't worry.
You're fine, Nick.
Dave Bautista was like, well, why didn't you do the Suicide Squad with James Gunn? Now. Why didn't you do the Suicide Squad with James Gunn? Why did you do the Army of Darkness? And he's like, Army of the Dead paid better. So unless this is a paid better situation for Mad Mikkelsen, who already has all the great franchises under his wing, it's nice to see an actor of that caliber. What the fuck did you do, Cat? Would have pick the movie. First of all, it says a lot. Like I also love him for like Hannibal and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and he's in a good Bond movie. He's in a good Star Wars movie. He's in a good Marvel movie. So it's not like he's just running around. So that makes me more excited about Indiana Jones. Like an actor of that caliber who's like, yeah, that's what I want. And he also, the other quote he had was that like, he said, Indiana Jones is a straight man. So that allows the other actors to be as weird as they want around them. And they've given me pretty free license to take the character any direction I want.
That's interesting.
And I'm like, for Matt Mikkelsen, I'll go any direction he wants. Hannibal?
I never got into this show. I didn't.
It's one of my favorites. It kind of didn't have a great ending because they were told they had half a season left and they still wanted to do Red Dragon, so they crammed Red Dragon into like 4 episodes, whereas each other season was like an entire book. And they still talk about maybe getting picked up by Netflix or someone and doing their 4th season would have been Silence of the Lambs. With him, being because I think he got caught at the end of the last episode. That's where the series ends. I think is him being caught. After the events of Red Dragon.
Yeah. Look, some people might not realize that Silence of the Lambs, like Die Hard, actually was the books were developed into films before the ones that made them famous, and it's a really interesting thing. I really liked Silence, and I really enjoyed Red Dragon overall, but the other one, what was that third
it's called
one?
Hannibal.
Yeah,
there's also Hannibal Uprising, but no one even counts that. That's like the origin story.
I didn't care. Yeah, I didn't care for it at all. I
really only like
the show. I couldn't get into.
I like Silence of the Lambs. I like the show, and I even tried the Clarice show. I don't like Clarice.
You didn't like Clarice?
I watched every episode so far, and I would watch more, but it's pretty CBS formulaic. Whereas Hannibal felt more like a Showtime show than it was just an NBC show, but it didn't feel like, murder. Clarice is very much murder of the week. Even you even get like Cal Penn to be just like he's a doctor on House. You hire Cal Penn to just be one of the FBI agents next to her, and you're like, okay, a diverse group of FBI agents solving mysteries together in the Silence of the Lambs timeline. Because that one's actually closer to the movie. It's set like a year after the movie, the same years. She's supposed to be Jodie Foster or whatever.
Yeah. All right. I don't think
It's not very good.
I don't think I want to see
I wouldn't
it. I
recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it. Waste of time.
I get kind of like where when it comes to all the reboots and stuff that we have access to, that's not one I care for. I haven't watched Kung Fu. I haven't watched I don't think there's I can't think of the most modern reboot TV show that I've watched.
I know one.
What has there been good ones?
Perry Mason.
Didn't watch it.
Excellent HBO show.
I don't do crime dramas that often.
Well, I mean, it's it's a modern day crime drama, not the old TV show way where it's one case all season because it's HBO.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's
disturbing. It's about a dead baby and stuff.
Mm.
And meanwhile, there's a church leader who promises to bring the baby back from the dead on Easter. So there's all this weird. Yeah, it's a strange show.
That does sound strange,
but that's the strange part of the show is the church part.
Okay,
there is no supernatural in the show. It's weird.
That's
the one I was talking about.
Yeah. Speaking of this, look, I can't say what I would do who in the exact same situation. There's obviously a connection. Dave was one of the biggest vocal supporters of James a couple of years ago. And then this happens, but I also wonder. I just wonder if Marvel Feige was like, dude, relax, chill, don't go over there. If you go over there, you might piss off the wrong person. I might not be able to protect. I don't know. I don't know.
Actors switch sides way more. James Gunn's actually. Someone said he was the first director to do both, and I'm like, I guess he is. But there are lots of actors who are in both. Tons of actors who are in both.
Now, but usually it's the other way around, isn't it? Usually they're coming from older DC stuff to new Marvel stuff, not so much like ongoing things crossing over.
I don't know. It feels like I would need to think of a few. Take a moment, but obviously a lot went with James Gunn, but let's not even count the Suicide Squad actors.
Yeah, because Yondu's dead. His brother's playing a.
No, but I'm talking about actors. Yeah. I won't even count those. Those are obvious. They came with the director. There are just so many actors that happen to just be in both universes. I'm trying to think of a good example because there are lots of them. Christian Bale's too recent. He falls under what you were talking about. It's not even DCEU, but I feel like there have been a lot of DC. They're not big roles. He's another Dark Knight actor, damn it. But actually, he's not. Polka Dot Man / the cop who's wearing Rachel Dawes' name on his chest is, that's
true.
The guy who's afraid of Baba Yaga.
Yep, that's true.
I gotta,
and that's active, and I think he should be an Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum.
No, they said he wasn't going to be. No, he is going to be in it. That what's his face got in trouble.
Yeah, because he's gotten and that's
trouble, not
legal trouble.
Other problems. God, I mean, Chris Evans was in a DC movie once, The Losers. But like, I don't know. I guess maybe it's not all recent.
That's not active.
There is a lot. I just feel like over the overall, like yeah, even like Michael Keaton, giant DC role. It is 20, 30 years later, and then really big Marvel villain role, like one of the best.
Best Marvel villain ever in a movie.
I'm surprised. Josh Brolin's been at DC, but it's not DCEU either.
Yeah,
again, and then Fox Marvel, just like Chris Evans. He's done Fox Marvel. He's done Real Marvel. He's done DC.
He's done cannot wait.
Comics.
I cannot look. I've been one of those that have said Deadpool needs to run parallel with the MCU, not necessarily be fully integrated. Wow. And every now and then, yeah, sure, he pops in from time to time for good bits. But I cannot wait for the Thanos jokes with Cable in Deadpool 3.
Or even more.
Yes.
At least they look different enough, though. Like, obviously, it's the same actor, but it's not the same as putting Human Torch next to Captain America, where you're like, Chris Evans. At least he's a big purple Titan dude in one with his facial expressions. But if you don't know actors that well, you might have no idea Cable and Thanos are played by the same guy.
Yeah, true.
We're the lucky, intelligent ones.
Everyone wants to go for Thanos, or they want to go for Loki, and I know you go for Zemo. Is he still your top Killmonger?
I would say, as far as MCU, when you said top 5, this isn't in order: Zemo, Thanos, Vulture, Killmonger. Who am I missing?
Mysterio.
I guess I would say Mysterio, but he's not the one I was thinking of. Maybe I'm not missing anyone.
Ego was
my favorite
okay.
Are the ones that are like Ego's pretty bad.
I actually liked him well enough. Do you count Circus? Do you count?
No, he's not the ultimate
underused
in the movie.
Underused. They shouldn't have killed him. He needed to be on a Thunderbolts. Though
yeah, but
I would have loved
that. It added to Killmonger's character, and he is a top 5 for sure for me.
Oh yeah. Let's stick with that for a bit, man. Why not? Let's talk some Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I am one of those people that was kind of I had the idea that we hi puppy. I had the idea that look I will miss Chadwick Boseman in the character, but I heard so many other voices talking about how the character of T'Challa didn't need to go yet, like needed the proper send off. And we're not saying that Marvel can't get the proper send off. It'll be hard, but it could happen. But they're going a different route. I'm super excited about the movie. I'm super excited about the idea that Michael B. Jordan has essentially Andrew Garfield. Never say never about Killmonger coming back, because
so cool.
Again, Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers, they'll call them Thunderbolts, but I think they'll be an anti-Avenger group. But he needs to be on it.
Yep. Oh,
he needs to be on it. So bad.
I wasn't even considering him because
him and
most people who want him to come back as a good guy.
Could you imagine?
Well, most people who want to come back are like, I want to be the new Black Panther or whatever. And I'm like, no, shit, it's going to be Shuri. You're not going to go a film without a Black Panther. It's not going to be just about Wakanda. Yeah. And it's going to be Shuri, and it's going to be sweet. You don't want to get there that early. And
they're opening Wakanda up. It's post Thanos,
It'll be interesting to see how they handle T'Challa.
Exactly.
I listened to a podcast. Jonesy interviewed the guy who started the Recast T'Challa petition, which made the news. The guys.
I think that ship has pretty much sailed.
Well, in my head, no. That's he admits that. And part of his problem is that Marvel made the decision so quickly, rather than thinking about it. Where he's like, maybe if you announce that now, it would make more sense because you've gone through your screenwriting routes and stuff. But he said, but to introduce it right, he thinks it's a dishonor to Chadwick Boseman. Check this out on Breaking Geek if you want. It's just his own episode that he did. I listened to it. I was fast. At first, I'm like, this guy's probably an idiot. Like, it's disrespectful to recast him. And I listened to it. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, I heard.
I was okay with the idea originally, and
yeah. I heard plenty of people in the days after, plenty of African Americans and other people of color expressing their.
And this guy was black on the podcast.
Yeah, their desire to see the character, because the character, like they said, meant more, and even to me as just a story. Yeah, as just an enjoyer of the story, was like, come on, guys, like they changed faces in the comics. You recast Rhodey. I mean, death is one thing versus a money dispute.
That's
but
a joke we make every week on Breaking Geek, where it's like, next time, baby, and then just one of us says it. This is a joke when we say it, but we're like, it's funny because it didn't happen. We always say that exact quote. Sorry. Next time, baby.
But you know, it's we're big kids. We can cope with recasting.
We get it. Most white people probably wouldn't even notice.
Come on, Nick. God.
That's a joke.
It
definitely could work. I just think it is an honor thing. Is why that's what that's the decision Feige and Disney made, was that we'll honor the character, because he does embody the character in a Hugh Jackman
quite well,
Tony Stark way. Absolutely
better than Jack. Why do you all love Jackman?
No, it's not okay. I'm not okay. Being so beloved as a character that you can't recast is completely different than being accurate to a character, because Hugh Jackman is not an accurate. Secondly, Tom Cruise would have been a more accurate Wolverine, say, for the age.
Just because he's short?
No, you need to be
He's not stocky.
Guy. Tom Cruise is, if you take away his apple boxes, Tom Cruise is stocky. Because he's muscular as shit, but he's like,
he's not
shorter than me.
Stocky.
He's like he's inches shorter than me, and he's got twice my. I don't know. You take him off those apple boxes, which is why they always make him look taller than the other character. And they probably use some Lord of the Rings type shit too, like the reverse of that. Where it's like, how do we make Tom Cruise look taller or as tall as Henry Cavill for even like a few minutes? I don't know, but a shorter dude who could. Bob Hoskins was considered once for like in the 80s. His body type, if you put on muscle, perfect Wolverine. Hell, Danny DeVito, if he put on muscle and when he was young, like you want Wolverine to be like 4 feet. A little bit taller, but like just almost like Drax build more than anyone else. Drax build, but even shorter than Drax.
Yeah, I guess.
So I only mention it in the way that he's so beloved now, it's hard to cast. Whereas in the Tony Stark instant, he's accurate as shit.
Look. I get it. I was there with you guys when that stuff was coming out. I was there to see the first X-Men film in theaters and be like, oh, that's so cool, because I didn't know any better. I didn't know, Nick. I wasn't aware that there was a guy in the back of those Marvel films. I don't know where Feige actually started, if he started as like a PA or something, but in the background.
I don't know if he was on X-Men. No, he was on Spider-Man.
He was an EPP on X3.
He was probably one of the first people that they hired to be an EP, being like, look, just watch. Another company's handling the movies. Oh, we got shit left. Don't worry about this shit. Just make sure they don't fuck it up. We'll let them fuck it up as much as they want. We just want you on set. Look, here's $1 million.
Look,
Go get some craft services.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do this. I rag on Sony all the time, but I haven't had my chance to vent on Hugh Jackman, and nothing against Hugh Jackman. I like Hugh Jackman overall. I'm not Dr. Cox. It's a good Scrubs reference. But Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. No, he's not. No. That doesn't
become that.
No,
but most people don't read comics. So if you ask someone like who's like the most iconic actor playing a superhero, people would be like Robert Downey Jr. and Hugh Jackman. I almost called him Henry Jackman, but that's a composer.
Someone can say 2 + 2 = 5. Does that make them right? No, I'm right. I'm Kyle.
I know you're right. I'm just saying that there's different reasons he's respected, and it's especially because of the timing of X-Men. Because X-Men was like the first. I would say it's the first modern superhero film, not Blade, because I've watched documentaries about Blade, and Blade was never ever considered by Sony to be a superhero film. It was a horror movie. Like, they never stopped and said, this is a Marvel superhero character. They were like, oh, cool. We can make an awesome vampire movie about a guy who's half vampire, half human. Whereas, like, X-Men was like, this is Fox. This is Bryan Singer. And I believe Christopher McQuarrie was his assistant at the time. And then he wrote Usual Suspects for Bryan Singer. And they were like, and then he did writing work on X-Men. And they're like, okay, this is a superhero movie, but let's be like, Fox is drawn. I don't know if Fox drew them back or they did, where it's like, we won't put them in appropriate uniforms. Wolverine won't wear anything. God. Everyone else will wear black latex. And then Sam Raimi came around with Spider-Man and was like, make him colorful as shit. Make the Green Goblin look so ridiculous we'd never do a Green Goblin again. Have you seen the animatronics test, though? I saw one this week that was retweeted. I prefer this to the animatronics. I don't know. I think it's part of the charm where he's talking to the helmet. He's the original Golem. He did that the same year as Golem, but months earlier.
Well, when it comes to the X-Men franchise, when it comes to Wolverine, this is my problem. Okay. Everyone. Basically, it's like Spider-Man, and I get it because I was like that. I was like, oh, I know Marvel can do Marvel movies better than Sony. You know, after you see Iron Man and whatnot. Hold on, and I get that nostalgia factor, but I never, like, even after the first film, like, walking out of it, I was like, okay, that's fine. X-Men, that's not Wolverine. No, X-Men. That's not Wolverine. And then they proceeded to make 3 more movies before we got Logan. You know, or four more movies. In the main timeline, the original, the X 1, 2, and 3, and then his origins and the Wolverine, and I got burned out. Like, that's legitimately my biggest thing against it. I'm burned out. I've already seen the character enough.
He's gone.
I don't want to see him any more. I need time off.
Feige will focus on different X-Men because of the cast.
Exactly. We need time off from
I will say that I realized this the other day, and most people chastise me for this. You know, like, this is one of those memes where it's like saying an X-Men opinion that will get you like speared or whatever on Twitter. They like use the El Dorado picture. Yeah. I didn't like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine until the Wolverine. Didn't like him in the original movies. Hated X-Men Wolverine Origins. Didn't like him until the Wolverine. I didn't even understand. I like that. I actually love that movie after rewatching I think it's just called Director's Cut, but it's an R-rated cut of it where they put all the violence back in. And it's the same director as Logan. And then, he's good in the kid movies, but I call them the kid movies, the ones with the kids where they're all super young no matter the decade. But really, for me, there's 2 X-Men movies that aren't Deadpool, and they're the Wolverine and Logan. The rest was like, okay, you guys tried. You tried the Phoenix Saga. I saw it was leaving HBO at the end of last month, and I still didn't watch Dark Phoenix for the first time.
There's no need to. Look,
eventually we'll get to it on the show somehow.
When
and Four Stick.
When they do decide, and because look, Feige, I think you're right. I think Disney's going to balance out their Wolverine a bit more screen time wise, but we're still going to get him very fast, very quick, very early, and
probably the end of the first X-Men film.
That's your post credit. Want it? I don't like.
It doesn't seem like they're rushing into X-Men though. I mean,
no, and that's good.
I'm so much more excited for a Marvel Fantastic Four movie than a new.
Me
X-Men
too.
Movie. Whenever they flash that, I'm like, a good Fantastic Four movie, because that's a great comic. Like, give me a good movie based on it.
Well,
those characters, the backbone of Marvel.
The best part of Fantastic Four movie,
Chris Evans.
No Wolverine. No Hugh Jackman. I got something to share on Twitter. Eric Davis from over at Fandango has a major releases tweet that he just published, and I'm going to bring that up for us to take a look at right now. There we go. I'm really excited. I've already been back to the movies twice. I saw Mortal Kombat with my wife, and then my son and I saw Godzilla vs. Kong. And both times, both theaters at the legal capacity for our state. Lots of social distance and everything, but I'm excited because people are going to the movies, and it was a big fear of mine that people wouldn't go back to the movies, and I know not everyone will, and I know people are gonna cut down even more than they already had before, but I would say this: don't count on these day-and-day releases, and don't count on the quick overturns after 2020. 4 5, Nick? Like that 45-day and that 2-month window, like things that different studios have made. Yeah, they end in like 3 or 4 years, right?
Wait, what ends in 4 to 5 years?
Those tracks.
I don't. There's never actually a contract. You mean the ones they made now, the new ones?
Yeah, where they're like, "Hey, we agree after the pandemic, it'll have 3 weeks exclusivity for theaters before we put it on the video on demand or whatever."
I learned a new part of that rule today because Cinemark just struck a deal with 5 companies, and they won't say the full rule. What Cinemark did, because the big Cinemark, Regal, AMC are the big 3,
right?
And they've all had their own deals. Cinemark just made a deal. They won't say what it is, but they actually clarified the AMC Cinemark Regal deal with Universal, which is 17 days.
Right.
But I didn't realize this part. If it makes over a certain amount of money, it defaults to 45 days.
Ooh.
So their big hits are protected. Jurassic World is going to hit that number and default to the 445 days.
Yeah.
Fast 9's going to do that.
Nice. I'm
okay with that.
I wholeheartedly, because
remember how anti-theater I was like a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on your theater page, dude. I can't wait to get out this fucking house.
Thank God.
I'll still buy the Disney Plus version so that I can watch Black Widow like every day after it comes out, but without having to go back a second time. But
let's take a look here. What do we got?
Movie by movie, dude.
Coming up. Wrath of Man. Statham. I liked Crank. I haven't liked everything he's done. It's got Guy Ritchie, but I'm almost Guy Ritchie'd out. Nick, what do you think?
Here's my problem with it. It doesn't look like a Guy Ritchie movie. It looks like a normal revenge movie with none of his elements. So I say pass. Let's do a pass. Just without seeing these movies, let's do a go or a pass. So I say pass because I love Guy Ritchie. The Gentleman's one of the last movies I saw at theaters, but this looks like Guy Ritchie wasn't involved with the film.
Yeah. So next is Here Today. I don't know anything about it.
Don't know what it is, so pass.
Those who wish me dead. Don't know. Spiral. I'm so
those
sold.
Who wish me
I
dead,
can't wait to see.
Let me tell you about those.
What's that?
Angelina Jolie plays someone who sits in one of those fire towers because she's had experience where she's lost her team to an actual forest fire. One day, a young boy wanders into the forest who's trying to be killed by assassins, and she protects him. Then they light a forest fire to chase them down, and they're trying to kill them. So it's like they're running from nature and the mob. It looks terrible, pass.
Whoa.
It does have like Jay Berthnall and like Angelina Jolie and like
it sounds like some
Tyler
sort
Perry.
of weird twisted Rambo almost. Like
no, it will be free on HBO Max if people want to watch it. That's a freebie, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, that sounds weird. Spiral from the Book of Saul. I'll say this. I've not been. I have. Yeah. Now I am.
The only one I've ever liked is the first one, and I've only otherwise seen the medical one. But
I could not.
This is also free on Prime.
The first one.
I mean,
yeah.
You don't like the first one? That's the only good one.
Look, dude, it was the acting.
You got Carrie Ills like and
it doesn't
Roger Murtaugh.
It doesn't matter. The doctor, the blonde haired guy in the room. Forget the actor's name. I don't remember, but both of them were terrible in that movie, dude. Both of them were
from Princess Bride.
Yeah, it turned me. Now the second one, the gore factor, where they kind of went from just trying to be psychological to trying to be more gory, more shocking. I liked that one because wasn't that the one where like they tossed the one of the
first one and the first 3D one.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I think that's the one where girl gets tossed in the drug needles and it's like just this really shocking scene. Yeah. So
this one looks really weird. It looks like
Chris
a cop drama side of the first film. Yeah, and he's not just starring in it. Isn't he like producer / possibly even writer on this? Like, it's his movie. It's like Chris Rock's Spiral.
Yeah.
I'll watch it because it's going to be free on HBO Max.
Army of the Dead. Yeah, that's
I don't want to. That's terrible. Thank you for breaking Geek Radio, the podcast. I still hate Zack Snyder. Fuck you, Zack Snyder.
Whoops, I clicked out of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, our fat cells are still up there. I'm getting rid of that.
Cruella.
Let's see here.
I think it looks dumb as shit.
Really? I
think it looks like they're trying really hard to be a kid's, not even a kid's version, but like a woman's version of the Joker meets Devil Wears Prada.
I don't necessarily buy that, but
it looks like
I'm really biased for her. that I actually can kind of agree with, but I do want to see it. My wife wants to see it, so we'll probably see it.
If it was an actual Tim Burton movie, I think it would look slightly better. But it's not actually him. It just kind of has his gothic style a little bit.
90s Burton,
almost
not
Schumacher.
Today.
It almost looks like Schumacher with the bright lights of the Corella she writes everywhere combined with the almost dark city of London that looks like a Gotham.
I could see that. Quiet Place 2. I still haven't seen the first one.
You know how everyone knows how I feel about John Krasinski. I've avoided every project of his since The Office, and if he's cast in Fantastic Four, I might not be long for this world. Next.
Why? I don't get.
I don't know why. I don't like him.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the actor.
Okay. I'm like that.
Jack Ryan's one of my favorite franchises. I haven't watched the series because I don't like the actor.
I'm like that with Helena Bonham Carter. No idea why. I can't stand her.
Yeah, I don't have a reason.
Fight Club and the King's Speech. What's next? Yeah, right. Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It. Love horror movies for the most part. I have not been the world's biggest Conjuring fan because I know the real story of the Warrens, and I'm not their biggest fan. So while it's fictionalized and all that, I get kind of taken out of it. You know, what do you think about the Conjuring films?
I love Patrick Wilson, though, even though I also haven't seen Aquaman. I've seen the Paranormal Activity films, maybe, but I'm not a big horror person. I think this is an HBO. I don't think these can all be HBO Max. Movies.
No, because they got Black Widow on here and stuff like that.
No, but I've already named like 2, and within 2 weeks there are HBO Max films.
Yeah,
but if The Conjuring is HBO Max and they have the first 2 up, I'd watch all 3. I love Patrick Wilson. I like horror movies more now. But I can't recommend it as no one I've never seen a single Conjuring film. So,
Samaritan.
No idea.
Spirit Untamed.
No idea.
In the Heights, is that the
Lin-Manuel Miranda movie?
Okay, no.
It looks like, this is so weird to say because he's the talented musician, and this other director is remaking a movie I don't like. It looks like a shitty version of Spielberg's A West Side Story. Because that actually the visuals in A West Side Story are stunning to a point where it's like, Spielberg's probably the only fucking director who'd get me to watch a West Side. Probably won't be at theaters, but I would pay to voodoo that movie.
Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is actually going to hit before Free Guy. Fuck that! I want to watch Free Guy.
Well, I'll watch that too, though.
I didn't watch the Hitman's Bodyguard either.
The first one wasn't great, and yet seeing the trailer for this one was like, I would totally watch a sequel. Like it's Samuel L. Jackson just fucks with Ryan Reynolds for like 2 hours. Like,
hey, everyone out there who might be watching, even if you're watching on replay or you went back to the beginning and now you're at this part and we've already went to bed and we already made our quota, still hit that subscribe button, please. Right now, hit it and then hit the bell, and so that way you know when great content, better than this is garbage, guys. We're bull crapping on a Friday night, and
every Friday. I have nothing better to do.
What's next after people hit the subscribe button? What do we got? Peter Rabbit 2, don't care.
Didn't see the first one. F9, I'll be forced to because of the podcast, but I've only ever seen Fast 5, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Hobbs and Shaw.
Jeez.
I like Fast 5 though.
Zola,
no
idea. I'm not sure about. Summer of Soul, not sure about.
Forever Purge. I've only seen I have a recommendation for you though. Do you like stupid stoner comedies, Kyle? Like even like Seth Rogen-y type?
Usually, but it depends.
I found a modern day Superbad, but the catch to it, and it's probably a 5-year-old movie at the most. The catch to it is that it's called, I don't remember what it's called, but the whole point is it's the purge, only you're only allowed to do alcohol and any drug in the world you want for one day. Otherwise, alcohol is illegal. So it takes place on the day where all these high schools have just turned 18, so they're allowed to be a part of whatever their fictional The Purge is called. So it's super bad if they were allowed to do drugs one day a year and they were all just getting super fucked up.
Wow.
Like they still want to get laid. And then Vince Vaughn plays their principal, who actually ends up having a pretty big role in the film. But it's called The Gauntlet because everyone has to also participate in the Gauntlet, kind of like Beer Fest, where it's like you're allowed to do whatever you want, but you have to participate in like the ultimate like drug taking, alcohol drinking competition.
Yeah.
That looks better than whatever we were talking. Oh, than the Forever Purge. I've never seen it. I've seen the first Purge movie. Fell asleep in my girlfriend's arm. Beautiful. First date.
My favorite Purge is on Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Hands down. Black Widow. I am still super stoked. I said months ago, I had my wife text it. I don't know if I don't know if she texted it to me or herself, but Brian remembers the conversation. I said Black Widow will have a 50 to 80 million opening domestic weekend.
I think it can crack $1 billion overall if it's not if
just
there
the opening
effects of the market on there. No, I don't know.
Just the opening weekend.
Agree.
What do you think?
I think hopefully it is bigger than that opening week.
I would hope. I wish,
but I do think, and I don't might not crack $1 billion either, because it is still the beginning of the end of the pandemic at theaters. Like it's looking at this list, it's the biggest movie on this list, the earliest on the list. Like, I mean, there are other blockbusters there, but Disney does not care about Cruella as much as Disney cares about Black Widow.
What's funny, guys, is just how much positioning they did. They really are truly, like you said, Fast 9 is a big movie, but it makes
Fast 9 is probably just as big as Black Widow worldwide, if not bigger.
Worldwide, but not domestically,
not nearly as big. No.
So yeah, you know what, Nick?
I'll be there, and I'll be buying the digital version.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin on the list at Black Widow for just one moment, because I want to ask you, man. It's been a while since we've seen this character. Now we've spent some time in the post blip world. God, I fucking hate that they still call it that, but
we all know the blip can be a dirty, like, just let me know the blip sounds cute, but it's not cute.
Yeah, high school kids came up with it, right? No.
It still makes sense as a term, though. It's just cutesy. It's like it was a blip for some people. Like, I was there, then I was gone, and now I'm back. No time passed.
But I almost worry that this movie won't have the effect it would have had coming out the year after Endgame. It would, like, it's set into too much.
I think that we've almost built more anticipation for it, because at the time, before all this nonsense hit, going as late as January, people were like, well, I mean, I agree we'll never hit Endgame numbers again, but they're kind of like, we got the Infinity Saga, Spider-Man's popular, but who the shit cares about Black Widow at this point? Like, she died in the last movie, spoilers, and all that, and I feel like a lot of people were feeling that, including everyone on Breaking Geek, and now when I talk with them, they're like, it's not the Marvel movie I'm most excited for this phase, but I'll be there, because like I haven't been to a movie to see a Marvel movie, and by the time this comes out, it'll be 2 full years since a Marvel movie was released at theaters.
Yep.
Spider-Man was July. Also. A few weeks short of 2 full years since we've been there to see a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And the shows have been building anticipation and scratching an itch, but scratching it in the way that most people don't think it's as good as the movies, but I think will drive even more people to the movies, because they're like, whereas I've been happy with our Marvel shows, but I think Marvel shows are scratching an itch in a way where it's like, that's not quite right. Give me a bigger budget for 2 hours. And
that's the thing. And that was one of those things that I always bring up when it comes to the discussion of movie theaters and the importance of getting back to theaters. Like people not understanding you can't have a $250 million budget if the movie can't make that much money back, and you can't make that on subscriptions, right? Just like people are learning that cloud gaming, pure cloud gaming, I'm not talking like downloading Game Pass stuff, but they're learning that the future, while it's here, is not necessarily where it needs to be.
Hey, Kyle.
What's that?
Surprise! I've become a gamer in the last 2 days. Again, like
really?
A real gamer.
What's that? If you say Raid Shadow Legends, I'm punching in your face.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, good.
No, fuck all those free games too. These are games I fucking paid for with my blood and sweat.
Oh, people pay for those games.
Okay, I didn't know if it was one of those like free battle royale games. It's like, no, these are games I purchased. This isn't no Apex Legends shit. This isn't no Fortnite. I paid $80 for these 2 games and $60 for this other game, which comes out next week. I paid $80 for the 2-pack of Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village, because they're connected plot-wise. It's actually the same guy, and his name is Ethan, like Ethan Hunt. And so I played like the first. I'm trapped on. I'm stuck on both, but I've been playing Village today and last night, and pretty fucked up. But it's Resident Evil.
I just couldn't get into the couldn't get into the first person aspect of it. Like Resident.
Wait. Oh, you're right.
Resident Evil 7 and 8 are both first person.
4 was third for fourth person. I didn't even know the difference.
5th, 5, 6, all of them were everything.
Well, the originals were third 7, person,
and then the
rail
shooters
had the locked camera.
Yeah, they were tank
and then
controls.
Resident Evil 4 fixed it, and they did 2 and 3 like that.
Yep,
I didn't even think of these being first person. I would have rather these be fourth person.
Third.
They control better. But yeah, I didn't even think of that. But I like it in 7. I only play 8. I'm liking Village. I only played 7 because the game wasn't out yet yesterday. 8 wasn't out yet.
Yeah, so some people try to talk. Yeah, I was going to say some people try to talk about the because you can't see behind you, or only so much peripheral. It makes it scarier, and it's like I get the idea that you're going for, but I don't necessarily think it's executed.
That's a good point.
That great.
Because the last one I played was the Resident Evil 2 remake. This is far more scary because there is a button to suddenly switch like instantly, like look behind you.
Mm-hmm.
But like it is, first person is creepy, especially when there's audio. But when you turn around, like there's nothing there. Like you hear the audio and you turn around, you're like. Because there are lots of scenes in the early part of 7 and 8 where you're walking through a forest at night. And you just like, because it's funny, 8 Village is about what seems to be witches / vampires and lichens, aka werewolves. Like no zombies.
Yeah, like
so
I
far,
didn't know what that means. Nick.
I haven't heard lichen in a while, but they don't say the word werewolf in the game. They say lichen. I'm like,
yeah, and fuck Underworld. You guys can send all your hate mail at that Kyle Malone on Twitter.
And I got a game for next week, which hasn't come out.
What's that?
Yet. It's a remake of a classic. I've always wanted to play it. It's the It's big. It's more than a trilogy because the 4th one's called Andromeda or something now. Mass Effect.
Oh, Mass Effect.
It's the HD remake of the first 3 games.
Okay.
And I love that type of game. And it's very interesting. Xbox has been very weird. I've bought the Xbox Series X version of both games, which gives you a download of Xbox One, but then when you upgrade, it's like, oh look, you also have it on the next gen. Because I'm like, I was on Amazon, and I'm like, I can't fucking find it for Xbox One. Apparently, you just buy it for Xbox One Series X, and it works on both.
Yep. Through the Game Pass. Like I said, the downloadable things and buying the games digitally. That's what I'm getting at. Those are different than like some people might hear me on a show or on Twitter to talk about cloud gaming or streaming gaming, and that is what I mean. Like legitimately, you're not running any software. You are only streaming an image to your device.
But you still downloads the entire file. It just isn't linked to a CD.
I'm talking differently than a digital buy. I just do digital buys.
I've never done Game Pass or this digital cloud stuff.
True cloud gaming, streaming gaming, it takes a lot more than just internet. But I have to let the dog out legit. And then I was thinking people, while we take this break, could watch a short 5-minute terrible LR ranks it about Mel Brooks films. Yeah, because that's like five minutes, and it's just me, and I'm not fat. So guys, we'll be right back. We're still muted. Now we're back. Yeah. Can you hear me okay? No, you're still muted. You want to unmute yourself? Nick, are you okay? Hey?
I have a surprise for the audience.
Oh, what's
if
that?
We can get one more subscriber.
Oh,
I'll shave the other half of my face.
Oh my god! You guys hear that? So subscribe now and make Nick fix himself. Have you tweeted? Have you tweeted,
No.
Nick?
No.
Can I screenshot this? And let me get a good snip. Let me do that really ugly up close thing. Oh God! Ooh. Where's my snipping tool? There. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I got it. All right. Let's see. Copy that. We'll go over here to the Twitter.
That'll be a little treat for everyone to see.
Yeah. Let's get the movie screen back up, Nick, and start talking about our movies again. And there we go. We left off at Black Widow Escape Room 2. What do you think?
I haven't seen the first one. I hear it's actually pretty decent.
Isn't that old, like really old?
No,
the first one?
Oh, it was when I was at the movie theaters, so at least 2 years ago.
What am I thinking? Panic Room.
No, that's really old. And that's Fincher.
That's what I'm thinking.
A very interesting episode about what franchise was it? It wasn't Alien. Oh, Mission Impossible 3. David Fincher was the first pick for that after Panic Room. And he left because he knew the studio would be too hypocritical of his script for Mission Impossible 3.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Panic Room's like the only movie of his I haven't seen also.
What's after that Space Jam: A New Legacy? I am absolutely
not going to theaters.
Ready to see that. Yes.
I'm watching on this TV at least twice. Don Cheadle looks so good in it as like the bad. Here's my only complaint, and I kind of it's a complaint because of an article I read. It's cute to do the thing where it's like you bring in all the characters, like Easter eggs. Like Warner Brothers done it twice, Lego Movie and Ready Player One. And it's cool that they have adult references in the background. But at what point is it just selling your own shit and not funny anymore?
Yeah.
Because the article I read compared it to Fortnite, where it's like Fortnite is shameless. They'll take any character they can get because it means synergy, or a special deal. And it's like, I'll love Space Jam for the other elements, but do I need King Kong and stuff in the background after Lego Movie, the Batman
and
Lego Movie?
Ready Player One? Yeah.
Ready Player One? No. Or the Iron Giant's in it again. It's like, do I need the Iron Giant again? A creature who's been used for force in both of the cameos, and yet is supposed to be a peaceful, not a weapon in his movie.
No, not at all. But
still looks good overall.
It still looks good overall. You're right. And I even saw that. I was like, oh, they're doing the Ready Player One thing all over again, including all these different worlds and stuff like that.
Serververse, not like the WB verse.
Yeah. And then there's
really weird.
An anime movie coming out soon that has a online world as well from a guy that did Digimon movie, which is set in a digital world, and he also did a movie called Summer Wars, which is set in a digital world. So people are really like that. So yeah, and no, that's
even Disney kind of did it.
Two of those pictures.
I never saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, but they worked in the Princesses and some Star Wars and stuff. I think Ralph Breaks the Internet.
What's next? Old? I don't know what that is.
See. Old. Yeah, I don't want to see that. It looks scary. I don't like it. It's the next movie by M. Night Shyamalan. So it's also probably stupid too. It's also probably dumb. Though I like Glass more than most people, just because I love Unbreakable, and I also love Split. So I kind of have to like the crap.
Well, Glass. It had its moments, but it was overall a let down.
It's not the third chapter of a superhero film. It's a bunch of people sitting in a psychiatric ward.
Yeah. God.
Sarah Paulson's still terrifying, which is why she also played Nurse Ratchet, which is a similar character as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Did you like that show?
I need to watch it. It's on my list.
So, Hotel Transylvania, don't care.
Don't care. What's the Transformania? The subtitle? Is she like a trans daughter at this point? It's a weird name. Snake Eyes is coming out?
Maybe transforming into a vampire? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't seen
she's half or something. I don't know.
I haven't seen the movies. She's a daywalker.
Snake Eyes. Yeah, that's that G.I. Joe thing. That's actually coming out. Fuck,
I didn't know it was coming out this soon. I almost questioned the list because I haven't heard of that movie in years.
But it's Eric Fandango, man. I got it.
It's also blue, and blue means it was delayed from last year.
Yeah.
Some things might be delayed again, and we don't know.
Yeah, Jungle Cruise.
Fuck yeah, only for one reason. It's just Pirates of the Caribbean with The Rock. But because it has supernatural elements, it's basically just like Pirates of the Caribbean is. It's Indiana Jones remade by Disney with less good actors. Like, that's what the Pirates movies were. That's what National Treasure was. That's what this is. It's
National Treasure
is an adventure movie.
Fucking treasure.
You're a treasure.
I am. Thank you. Who? Green Knight? I don't know anything.
I think that's the movie with Dave Patel.
Okay. The Suicide Squad sold. I'm already in the theater. I might not
go to theaters unless I have friends to go with, because that one is free at home. I'll try to go to theaters.
How could you not want to see Starro on the big screen?
I love that part in the trailer. We have fucking kaiju. And like, I've talked to friends who have seen that.
Mm-hmm.
And who read the comics. I'm like, you know who that was, right? And they're like, no, and I don't want to know. And I'm like, if you read a single comic with this fucking,
you would know who the fuck that was. You would know
from the single shot of his leg,
just the leg.
Yeah.
Let alone the fact that you see the eye, and they make the thing about kaiju.
He's great.
Huh?
He's a good villain choice too.
Yes, and that's I don't think people realize that he's got the voiceover. Like that's the Starro
because he talks. He's like the caterpillar. Mind. He's like the caterpillar. And at the end of Shazam, where you're like, even caterpillars are villains now. Don't you forget it? And it's all comic accurate.
Yeah, he's got a. I
had to rewatch it with that, knowing that.
Yeah, he's got I think part of his deal is like when he goes to planets, he like creates a hive mind mentality or something like that.
On an island, but they don't realize it.
Right, he's probably locked up or something.
He takes over Court Maltese. They're sent in, not knowing that they're dealing with mesmerized people.
Yep.
But they're the ones who will get the job done no matter what.
Yeah. Free Guy, I definitely want to see.
Yes, I've been waiting for that movie for 2 fucking years.
It's on mine and my wife's theater list. Respect.
Yep.
I don't
know.
Going
to theaters for it.
What's that one? What's Respect? Respect.
I don't know. I was still talking to Free Guy.
Oh, okay.
Respect is.
Don't Breathe. The first one was cool. I'm not sure about this. Coda, I don't
know what
anything. The Protege. We're getting into a lot of horror stuff this time around.
Pop middle of summer stuff, and we don't know what it is.
Reminiscence, The Beatles, whatever.
I don't care. Candyman. I've never seen a Candyman movie, but that movie looks good.
Yep, indeed. Shang-Chi, Song-Chi. Yeah, what? And I am super excited about that. Let me
so cool.
Let me talk something about that film. The backlash that Aquafina got on Twitter over her rap stage persona, real life, versus this character she's playing in this film, where she is obviously a potentially first generation that came over here young, maybe second generation, Asian American in San Francisco. This lady's an actress. She's going to play the character. Like, fuck, people were literally mad that she has this rap stage and real life differences from this Asian character that she's playing, and it really made me angry to see people yelling at an actress for acting in well within the context of her ethnicity, race, her gender, her everything. But anyway,
the first movie I saw her in was,
what's that?
22 Jump Street. She plays one of the losers. I'm not calling her a loser. They're all the losers who create
in the high school
that's more than just getting laid.
Or the college. Yeah, you said 22 too. Yeah.
22 Jump Street. Yeah, it's the college one, because that's the whole ideal is like sororities and fraternities exist to get everyone laid. But what if that's the guy wins more than the girl in that situation? Like I just
realized I saw
but guys are more in the
banner up. There we go. I need the 4K banner. Give me my 4K.
But yeah, she's good. I used to hate her for some reason, and just in general, kind of like John Krasinski. But I think she looks fantastic in Shang-Chi or whatever. It's a great trailer.
Yep,
like all the actors in it. I'm glad 10 Rings have been in the franchise since the very first Marvel movie. Like that's crazy. Like we're tying back to like the same period as. He built it in a cave from scraps.
Jeff Bridges, the dude.
I always forget that is Jeff Bridges.
Malignant. Don't know.
Magnificent sequel?
No. But Boss Baby. Many Saints of Newark.
Don't know. That's the prequel to
the Sopranos.
My sister will see. I've never watched Sopranos. I told my sister
love
the prequel
the
coming.
Sopranos.
And that'll be an HBO Max, so my sister can watch it at home because she doesn't go to the movies very often.
I love Sopranos, so I haven't seen it. Can't wait to see
it. On the list.
Dear Evan Hans, don't know. Fuck.
Oh no! Yes, though. Opening weekend.
No.
I got it.
No,
I got it. You'll probably have to too.
No, I won't. Dude, I'm not paying for it.
Podcast comes first. One love.
Figure it out. I'm not paying for it.
Well, then we probably wouldn't cover it until it came out for free. If you really didn't want to do it, because I'm not going to make you watch that shitty movie.
Oh my god, guys! I hated Venom with a pat.
Oh, new one. Like I don't even like the idea of. Like I'm against the casting of Carnage, and it isn't even a trailer yet. And I hated the first one.
Garbage movie. Garbage.
Like I was also thinking about something earlier today, and I'm like, I don't feel like Venom is the part of any Spider-Verse. There's the Venomverse with him and Morbius, but Venom is not part of any Spider-Man universe.
Not yet.
Until he sat on Spider-Man. The suit has to rest on Peter Parker before you get a Venom. He's got no symbol. He doesn't shoot fucking webs. Fuck you, Sony. I'm going to take Kyle roll there and be Sony. Like, I hate you more than Kyle hates you at the moment because you screwed up one of my favorite characters. I wish the statue's over there. I can't just grab it, but like,
yeah, right. Dune. This has got to be wrong. I thought Dune got moved to December, didn't it?
I thought it was. Whatever. We'll go with the list. It's still coming out in 2021. I thought it was actually the fall at this point.
October 1st. So this is
a better list.
This is right. Okay. Like I said, it's him. It's legit. Dune. I'm sold on.
That's HBO Max for me.
What Dune?
I don't know this. I know it's a great. People love the classics. It's one of the best books of all time.
But it's just the spectacle.
I know, but.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe
so I can shave this off.
Yeah. I tweeted it. Anyway, wait.
Yeah, no.
Addams Family 2. I didn't see the first cartoon yet.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
I thought the cartoon looked all right. I just haven't seen it. No Time to Die, Nick.
Their opening night.
Okay.
Fucking I don't know if I'll have a real job or something, but then if not, I'll be there like a Thursday, 8 p.m. Like that's what I mean by opening night. Like pack me in with a bunch of sardines who are hopefully also vaccinated, who might not be. Just give the Bond directly into my veins. I've been teased with that. This is the only time in the history of Bond where we've had the theme song from the opening credits over a year in advance.
Yeah.
And like a lot
True,
of like
true.
this COVID has created a lot of like news. So it's like, yeah, give it to me. Just give it to me hard.
What's after
Last
that? The
Duel. I
Last
don't know what that
Duel?
is. Do you know what that is?
No. I do
Halloween
not. Do
Kills. I know
not.
what that is, but I've never seen a
Yeah.
Halloween movie in my life.
What? No.
I'm not horror guys with Brock Brothers.
It doesn't it doesn't
I like the
matter.
Scream movies. Those are good horror movies. The
So
first
how are you going to watch? No. Hold on. How are you going to watch Scream and you're not going to watch Halloween?
I don't think the two are mutually exclusive. I don't know. It's connected. I don't know. I'll get to it eventually. But though the reason I like Scream and movies like Cabin in the Woods and stuff is because it's like, is this what you expected? Here's the opposite. Like Scream, there are so many scenes where there's like slow pacing and camera work, like someone's gonna jump out. No one jumps out in that entire like 10-minute scene. It's
that happens. And how like where do you think?
No, I know Scream is like almost like it's a commentary / love letter to the genre. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
brilliant.
Like Edgar Wright movies usually are. Like
and there's an even
movies ever is Hot Fuzz because he loves the genre and he's skewering it.
Yeah, there's an even
Scream 1 and 2 are great. Scream 2 is fantastic. The black cameraman, like he's the first one to take off. They're like, oh, this is like the murders years ago. And he's like, nah, man. I'm fucking out of here. And he just quits.
Excuse me.
You got like I don't know. It's like the pre-even Community and stuff where Abed's like knows that they're in a TV show and stuff with Jamie Kennedy, who's like first person to die is like, and then the Cabin in the Woods does that too, where the stoner isn't supposed to survive till the end with the virgin. Spoiler alert for like a decade-old movie that was actually delayed by like that was supposed to come up before Thor. That movie was delayed like 3 years because of New Line's bankruptcy at the time.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be before after Star Trek, but before Thor.
What was I trying? Oh, I remember. I'm trying to look humping up.
Humping up.
Rise of there we go. This is by far the greatest. Hold on one second. I need to get. I got to share this on the front page. Get shareable link. If you have not subscribed yet, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to break 4,000 subscribers today. It would be nice of you to help us do that by hitting that red subscribe button, hit that bell, and get yourself some notifications. Notifications are good thing to have. And
you can turn that shit off too. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and
I don't get them outside of YouTube, but when I'm on YouTube, it reminds me of my favorite channel shows.
And you know what? I am a huge fan of people that like to voice their opinion with the downvote button, and I am down with you voting it. Do it if you need to. Just hit that subscribe button and help me break 4,000 subscriptions so I can go to sleep. I'm on the East Coast.
Later time zone, and I'm like, I'm ready to do this for 10 hours until my class starts in the morning.
God, you got school in the morning?
At 9:20 Colorado time, so I'm quite comfortable at 9:28 Colorado time at the moment.
Okay.
I won't be staying.
I am going to see if I can share this without too much issue. Let's see, share, and I'm gonna mute this stupid ad. Ignore this ad. We are not sponsored by whatever that is. Okay, here we go. Now we can listen to some audio. This is by far the greatest slasher movie ever made. Here we go.
The boy murdered Silas, buried his body in the field, and dragged Molly from the house, hanging her in the farm's apple orchard.
Oh, because of the scream crow. Yeah.
You have no idea how much cardio I have to do. It's ridiculous. There's that whole thing of making it look like you're walking. Everybody else is running around. Everybody thinks we just wake up one morning and start obsessing about a girl and start stalking her, killing everybody that gets in the way.
That does seem to happen a lot with you guys.
That boy, he's going to be the best yet.
There are 11 exits.
That's right. Talking heads, ladies and gentlemen.
This looks great.
Second floor.
It's also super meta.
Weapons. That's that.
Why are you doing
We're not going to have this conversation.
Why? What you get?
Get in the van.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Nice.
So how will this play out? How will this work?
You won't like what I promise you that.
I'm so happy.
Make sure you're getting this.
Oh, start. Hope you got film in those cameras, boys.
You cannot stand here and let this happen.
Don't you get it? We're in this now. We're part of this equation.
Right, all of us. You have to tell me. What happens to me?
What year is that?
Oh, dude, 2006.
I was
Dude,
too worried about getting into college.
I'm telling you right now, that is one of the best slasher movies ever made. It makes my top horror film list every year. It's phenomenal. There's nothing out there better. There's just not. I can't. No. It's amazing. Anyways, back to just me. I don't know why I did that. There we go. What do we got? Let's see. Halloween Kills. Jackass 4?
There's a Jackass movie.
I didn't know.
I'm sold.
We're getting
I'm seeing it there.
Jackass 4?
The last one was bad. And the last one, I don't even mean Bad Grandpa. I mean the one called Action Park, which is about the real theme park in New Jersey.
Right.
There was like 3 stunts in the whole thing. So I hope this is better than that. This is the first one I think Steve-O was sober for. So we'll see about that.
Yeah. And
I am there. I love Jackass. I have the TV series.
Yeah.
I have the movies, including the 0.5s. I have Bad Grandpa and Grab Bampa, like 1.5. So, like, yeah. Some of them were only on DVDs. So some of them are DVDs. Yeah, even the movies.
Yeah.
I only have Jackass 3 on Blu-ray and Bad Grandpa. The other ones are all DVDs.
I missed
even the unrated
extras.
Or like lost tapes or whatever. Yeah, I love Jackass. It's just a certain. I used to think it was stupid, but it's just a certain mood that hits me multiple times a year where I'm like, time to throw on people hurting each other and embarrassing other people and hurting each other part's the best. Whether it's throwing bees into someone's limousine or the big slap hand when someone's carrying hot soup. You know it. So good. I'm so happy that's happening.
Did you watch the old CKY videos? You probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
I watched the documentary about the magazine where Jackass came from, the Skater magazine, where Johnny Knoxville did his first videos for that, which was like being pepper sprayed and being. Yeah.
And the CKY stuff was bamming them, and some of the guys, like, you used to have to get those at like movie rental places and things like that. Same thing, but more intense, because it was think of it as of like when UFC first started, and it was basically blood sport, and then Dana White came in. Right, Dana White came in and was like, okay, we can actually make money on this. And so it was kind of the same thing, and that's how you got Jackass, and CKY went away. They also had a band and soundtrack. Is this whole thing back then in the early? I
think they may have mentioned some of that in the documentary about the magazine that Jackass was spawned from.
Ron's Gone Wrong. No idea. Do you
ever heard of it?
Cry Macho Ho?
Nope.
Antlers.
Someone growing antlers or something? Or that sounds like an old movie that already came out.
I have no idea.
Eternals.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah,
I don't know.
It's a Marvel movie I'll probably fucking love.
It's
Jamal is jacked.
definitely
He's normally a comedian.
Yeah.
I want the Marvel workout. I just want to
am
be cast in a movie for 3 seconds just so like this guy needs to be a buff extra. Let's train him. Let's pay for his training, pay for his food, tell him what to eat, tell him what to do. Like give me like a year and I'll be like,
so what you're saying is you should have joined the army at 17 years old, and you would have had someone telling you what to eat, what workout to do. And
early 20s, I considered joining the fire department for that reason, or the police, to get trained.
Eternals is something that I'm nervous about, not because of the subject matter, but because of the actors and actresses. I'm not gonna lie, this is the biggest name cast as far as like starting. Like, yes, Robert Downey Jr. was a big name, but he was coming from a break. Exactly, he was coming from a break in acting, and then you look at every other movie, and you get your occasional Hank Pym.
Well, that's usually the legacy characters.
You get
Paul Rudd's a big actor,
right? And it happens a little bit later, but this was like, oh my god, dude, Angelina Jolie. I'm not like a big fan of hers, anyways, but like
she's big.
That's huge. Like,
and you got Jon Snow or whatever, and you got a lot of good guys.
And the first guy you mentioned,
he's grown up as far as the comedy world. He's done Stuber and Lovebirds. Like people recognize him now, and everyone loves Silicon Valley. Yeah,
you're right.
I love it, and then of course The Big Sick, which I somehow haven't seen, but was like his trademark movie because it's just a true story about how he met his wife. She went into a coma right after he met her, and yeah, I don't know. It's just Marvel. I trust it. I don't care that we've seen like 10 seconds of it. I got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Clifford the Big Red Dog. I can't wait. No, whatever.
Here comes one that's interesting.
Oh God.
Ghostbusters Afterlife with the little tiny Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
All right.
Hey, Kyle, I am a little marshmallow man. Do you love me as much as regular Ghostbusters? Have you seen Bill Murray's response to that clip?
And
how feels like the original, and he's also laughing, like, and it's legitimate. It doesn't feel like it's like, hey, Bill Murray, say you like this shit. He's like, but I also don't trust his sense of humor because they all hated too when they were making it, right?
Right, and not only that, but look, yeah, I mean, we all one
aspect of the movie, but we both hate that aspect.
Right, and not only that, but we know that things are not filmed in order. Everyone points out to Murray stating that the movie is similar to the original. I don't necessarily buy it 100%. Him seeing one scene out of context, just like we did. I've admitted
you and I repelled at the scene.
Yes, we don't like
it. I
can't stand it. It feels like the real Ghostbusters episode, which I love. The real Ghostbusters,
which is the worst film from Kevin Smith. Have you seen that movie? The little sausages and they're like roasting each other and stuff. The little Kevin Smith Nazi sausages.
That wasn't. I thought that was Seth Rogen.
No, Yoga Hosers. Kevin Smith plays.
Oh, Yoga Hosers.
No, Yoga Hosers. Not where he plays the mini Nazi. Sausages. Yeah. Not the animated sausages that Seth Rogen plays. That's
got it now.
Different sausage.
That's a different thing. Yeah,
different sausage.
No. It's
Paul Rudd's funny in it. It's just sorry, I hit my thing. Give Paul Rudd better scenes than that fucking thing.
Yeah, you're here's the thing. Like I said, it's a real Ghostbusters episode. And I love the real Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters 2. Like, I legitimately like Ghostbusters 2. And it's because I was a kid when it came out. But you know who doesn't like Ghostbusters 2? People my dad's age. People that were older.
Like the first one until college.
Right? People that were older when they saw it. If you saw the first one over the age of...
Like Star Wars or Indiana Jones or Temple of Doom. If you saw it as a kid, you're like, this is classic Ghostbusters.
No, right. And if you saw it after, I'd say probably the age of, in the 80s, maybe 14, 15, 2 was a disappointment for a lot of people because it had gone the route of the cartoon, made it more childish, more about selling toys. Got it. Tracking.
We got
but because I was
just because he's popular.
Right.
Which look,
and
2006 version did too.
Right. And because I was a kid, I enjoyed it. But as an adult, I can see the issues with it. And I can point and go, look, I love Ghostbusters 2, but it is not Ghostbusters. It's the real Ghostbusters from the cartoon, but it's not OG, original film style. And I don't think we're ever going to get that again. I've admitted that.
No. You're chasing the unicorn. It's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
After Indy 5 even. It's a lightning in a bottle. We did it in the 80s. You can try to top it. You can entertain some people. It's never going to beat the Ghostbusters.
It can end up being a good movie without being a good Ghostbusters movie. Absolutely. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think I will actually probably walk out of this movie mostly entertained and mostly satisfied that I got told a decent story. But I don't think I'm seeing a Ghostbusters film. I don't, and people can hate me for it. I'm not saying the movie's I'm going to go see this opening weekend in theaters. Like, I'm already there. And people that are like, oh, did you do that with the 2016 one? No, because that trailer did not look funny at all. I watched it
before it came out because I had to test the film.
Review, yeah.
No, not even a review, just working in the movie theater.
Oh,
I think it's fine.
Yeah, and I didn't find it funny, but I also didn't find any aspect of the story interesting at all because they looked like they were like, oh, we're gonna do the blue collar bit, but then when you actually get that trailer and then the follow up clips, you're like, you guys aren't doing the blue collar bit. You guys are just like winging this whole thing. No. So this, I got nervous when it was announced, especially when Sony wanted to title it Ghostbusters 2020. Yes, that was the official Sony title for a minute.
Well, yeah, but we knew that was a temporary title. It was just
they were
because they changed the name Afterlife before they knew it was pushed from 2020.
Because of how dumb it was.
Current Ghostbusters.
It was 2020.
Should have called it Ghostbusters 3. Until they give it a subtitle.
Yeah.
Because they keep claiming it is Ghostbusters 3.
Well, Ghostbusters 3 in my mind's the video game. I wonder if that'll play into
really,
this.
It's like Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, yeah, there was that universe. We're building off it, but we're going in a soft reboot. It's the Jurassic World.
So, look.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, Ghostbusters Afterlife 2, Ghostbusters Afterlife 3.
Yeah, this
Is this the old trailer?
This is the original trailer.
It's actually the best one.
There
only is one
not.
So far, actually.
Yeah, well, there's like an internet national.
I want to tie this into a different conversation when we're done.
Well, hold on. Let me keep on.
No, keep going. This is for later, baby. This is later. We gotta ease it in.
The difference between why I say I will go see this versus why I said I didn't see 2016 in theaters is, again, I think there is a cool story here in the vein of Stranger Things and I like that stuff, but it's not the Ghostbusters that I want. It's not the Ghostbusters that most people
Not the Ghostbusters
really
we
want.
need.
Is it though?
No, I said
is it the one that we need?
It's not. I'm like, it's not the one
okay.
we want. It's not the one we need.
Like,
this is name Dark Knight shit.
This is so much of my, like, Paul Rudd. I like Rudd. God, Rudd and Randall Park with two other like college aged guys becoming the new Ghostbusters would have been amazing. But these kids, oh my God, what the hell, dude? Look. One of the in-universe jokes is fucking heavy equipment. No god dang 11-year-old girl outside of like a one going for Olympics sports is going to handle a fucking proton pack.
Oh, is one of them a girl? Because the main one's not a girl. It's a person with long hair.
The daughter, Finn Wolfhard's not the main character. He's side.
But there's a daughter and a son, I thought.
Yes, and the daughter is the one that gets her. She's the
That's
one
a woman?
that. Yes.
I mean, girl. I don't know.
Yes. Her. Yes. She's the one that's on that's Finn Wolfhard. He's and then the other curly hair is the daughter.
Okay.
That's a
the
girl.
one that looks
and
the most like Egon is.
And yes, there no.
He looks
and we're
like Egon
chasing
has red
Slimer
hair.
again. No,
I agree with you.
No.
But now, would you throw up a different trailer for me, real quick, honey?
What's that?
Did you watch the Stranger? Just kidding. Did you watch the Stranger Things teaser today?
Well, yes,
new one.
Well, yes, we'll get there. Hold on.
Keep
My God,
keep criticizing this. I agree with you, though.
I know, but others out there may not, and they need to be hitting that subscribe button because again, I'm tired. I want to go to bed, guys. I need like 12 more people, and Nick needs to shave. Nick looks ridiculous. Make Nick shave and subscribe.
Outside of this. It's not going to happen otherwise. I'm going to go to class tomorrow. I'm not.
He's going to look ridiculous, and then he's not going to he's going to get an F because he's going to be so shamed, and you guys are going to be at fault for making Nick fail, and so you need to subscribe. No, look, you're right. You've agreed with me. Most people with half a brain have heard us say, me, Cam, you say, look, we got it. This could be good. We just don't think it's Ghostbusters. And that's the end of it. And look, you don't have to love everything from every franchise. If you've ever been a comic book fan, if you've ever had a pull list, you know there's times where you drop a book. It might be months. You might drop a book for a year because the story, the arc is just garbage, or the artist. You don't like the artist. You don't like the something about it, right? But you still love the comic book series or that company or that hero overall. It's just like Star Wars. I don't love everything in Star Wars, but I sure as fucking hell loves Star Wars, you know? Yeah, you're a wuss, Nick. Where's your ink? Mine's bigger.
Yeah, but mine. God forbid I've touched it now.
That's actually adorable. Yeah. Okay. So you want to talk about Stranger Things now, right?
Yeah, that's Yoda. Let's grow goo over there. Yeah, let's watch the Stranger Things trailer. Like teaser trailer.
I really like.
It's so weird if you compare with the images we got the other day. Shut up, Yoda. I mean, Grogu.
No,
because we see bloody versions of things.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
They shake the 8-ball in this. We see bloody chest pieces, but it can't be the time of their breakout. They're all too young. They're younger than 11 was when she broke out.
Mm-hmm.
So, was there a massacre at some point? We know their multiple siblings survived.
I don't know. I really wasn't that impressed with this teaser.
This is all I need, man. Just give me some Stranger Things. Like the one that's so old. But wow, they all saying Papa. I love it.
How are you today?
See, then you go to 11, still in solitude.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Because today.
You think maybe she's the one that freaks out, or do you think maybe it's the mom that causes all the blood?
Oh, I almost think 11 crushes most of her siblings with her brain accidentally.
Do this.
Not all of them, but like.
I just wonder what they're gonna do for any flashback stuff,
my
reused
parents
footage,
asked.
or
I think they're going so young that it won't even be the same actress. Like,
A different
I think they look like they're
actress.
8 years old or something in that scene where they're just playing with balls around the rainbow room. Like she's not 11 or 12 like in the original series. They look younger.
yeah.
And then again, she didn't escape until after she opened the portal. I don't
true.
understand how their time. I think the rest of them were let go earlier, though, right? In season 2, I hate the episode in season 2, but there's an episode in season 2 where she just meets a bunch of them. She was the only one to escape the first season, so it feels like they let the rest of them go, or some event happened and all of them escaped except 11, who is obviously the most powerful at opening, spying on the Russians, then accidentally opening a fucking wall to another dimension. What a cool plot! What a cool Cold War plot.
I know. That would be fun. There are currently 72 people watching something on the LRM YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this, please
Some of them might be on this.
subscribe
Anybody
to our
flash my
thing.
nips?
No, oh God,
I don't
no!
want to.
Please
They're too big.
don't.
People will freak out.
Shall we get back to our movie
Please.
list and continue on? Because
Do we have any more followers yet, then, or just people watching us and being?
no, we need 11 guys. We need 11.
11 now.
11
so I can't
people.
shave.
Oh.
So if I got one more, I can shave.
Oh, you said one more?
That's
yeah,
all I
Nick,
meant. But I'll do it later. I'm not going to
Nick-
go take off now and shave. But
Okay,
thank you. A few more of these, and I can shave my eyebrows off for you. No,
Ooh.
not a real promise, but go ahead and click that.
Top Gun Maverick. Holy
I don't even like
shit.
the first movie, but I'm
What?
The first movie's fine. I'm in because Tom Cruise is like real jets or I quit. So I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
fuck yeah. The only problem with it though is that its old date was July, and that was Mission Impossible 7's date. So it's literally a Tom Cruise movie pushed to Tom Cruise movie pushed to Tom Cruise movie because each Mission Impossible fell back in place. Because Paramount's like, we have our Tom Cruise movie quote within a few months.
I got a question. If I remember.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, you couldn't hear me.
Okay,
You got
you
scared.
were gone. Oh, I knew you'd come back. But
Oh wait, I can do it like that. Now you can still hear me, right?
yeah, I can't see you. You're like a little.
Yeah,
sprite,
that's
like
fine.
Navi.
That's fine. I gotta medicate, and you shouldn't medicate on air.
No,
so
I
you
agree.
know.
Later, you teach me the ways of the secular flesh, and I'll medicate.
So
Come on.
King
All of our
Richard?
audience knows it. Never
Is
heard
this
of
supposed to be about the Lionheart?
No, isn't King Richard? There's one movie that has King in the title, but it's actually about Will Smith playing the father of the Williams sisters. I don't think that's King Richard though.
Okay,
It is. It is the one about he's playing the Serena and whatever Williams coach / father.
Hey, I'm
Damn.
9 times out of 10. I'm down to watch almost anything with Will Smith in it. I still want to see Bright too.
That's not out yet though. I'll watch Bright 2 when it comes out. Fuck. That's actually happening, right? Yeah.
Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
Is that live action? Is that theatrical? The TV show, all the animated ones intentionally look like the games, and it's like the games don't look like a movie.
No, look, those animated ones are actually amazing. No, they really are.
In order to play the new game, I watched 45 minutes of a 2.5-hour video explaining the plot to Resident Evil. And it starts in order of things that happen, not in video games. So it's like, first there were these 3 scientists who discovered a flower. And then there was Wesker and this other dude.
Yeah.
Is this a live action one then, or is this the one? This is not the live action one, right? The movie's live action, I think. Didn't Netflix have like a teaser for this where it's two anime characters?
No. That one's called Infinite Darkness. This is live action, Nick.
Shit.
I didn't know about
PB. It looks like a foreign country, but Mythic Quest. Shit. I'd love a good Resident Evil movie just based off the second game or the first. Do each game. I love to start with the mansion, then move to a city. Don't complicate it with an underground facility. Yeah, it looks dope.
I didn't know anything about the I work for LR. How did we not know anything about?
Look at the date on the IMDb. Is it delayed again? No. November 14th, 24th, 2021.
Yeah, right there. How? Because I know about the stupid 2 timeline.
It's gotta be
Wesker kids.
Well, here's why the Wesker kids are interesting after watching the video. Wesker is not the original Wesker. He's a Wesker kid. The Wesker kids were like clones who went off in different directions. This is what I gained.
God, that sounds so
YouTube
fucking
channel.
stupid.
That's not the movie history. That's the video game history. Like Wesker is one of the clones. He's not Wesker, the one we know in Resident Evil 0 and 1. He's a Wesker kid.
Yeah, I don't really care for the way it sounds. So this, I'm on Wiki, as you guys can see. Oh God, that's why it's screen gems. I actively avoid most stuff from them.
Screen gems.
Oh, I don't know who their parent company is. Who is the fuck? Sony?
I don't know. Not all of them have a parent company. Most do.
No, it is. It's Sony. Fuck Sony. Sony makes the Resident Evil fucking movies, and they make those shitty Resident Evil shows and stuff. Anyways,
and yet they don't keep the rights like the Spider-Man games, just the Sony systems.
Yeah,
because I have Legend. As we said earlier, I'm playing Resident Evil Village, and it's fun and scary.
Yeah. This is the full reboot, but. They got Chris, Claire, Leon, apparently Valentine. I don't. That's a lot of.
I don't think it's actually happening based on this news article.
Ada Wong
upgraded. Ada Wong's an important character. I learned about her
in March 2021. Roberts revealed the title as Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. What a terrible fucking title! What is wrong with you, Sony?
Let's call it Resident Evil. And use
what is? No, I don't know if you should necessarily call it Resident Evil, because again, I don't like it when I have to do like cataloging or searching and I got to put in a fucking date to differentiate. But what first world problem, right?
Right, exactly.
What is that? Welcome. Let there be carnage. Welcome to Raccoon City. Hey, like, fuck you, Sony.
Let there be carnage is one of the worst subtitles of all time. Just call it Maximum Carnage. It's not like they're saving in your face is like let there be carnage. His last line in the last movie.
They're saving Maximum Carnage for when Spidey's brought into it. But oh my lord, are you serious? Welcome to Raccoon City. Like, look, I'll give you guys.
Let's call it Resident Evil Raccoon City, and I know I'm getting a Resident Evil 2 movie.
I'll be legit that
Raccoon City.
It does look like. Better than what we've gotten in the past from those photos we saw, but God, no. I'm not sold on the show. I'll stick with the CGI movies, Nick. You should check them out. Damnation, Degeneration. There's a third one that I don't know too much about, and then Infinite Darkness. Well, Infinite Darkness will be free on Netflix.
Ooh, I like free.
So check that out. House of Gucci, no idea. Encanto, do you know? I don't know. Nightmare Alley, Journal for Jordan. Oh God, West Side Story. No, thank you. Who?
No, West Side Story. Yes, later on free streaming because I want to see Steven Spielberg's visuals on that.
I heard. Can we please get those 14 subscribers, guys? I really do hurt.
Less than that. Is it like 11?
set up like this. Yeah, whatever it was, 11.
Spider-Man No Way Home. Fuck yeah.
Oh God, yes, I cannot wait. I'm scared to death of it, but the thing about Spider-Man is this: we got that Disney deal for like the syndication version of streaming after they are out of theaters, after they're done on Netflix, they can go to Disney Plus. I think that's a sign of a healthier relationship, and we're going to see more sharing of Spidey characters in the MCU. How much, how deep, how integrated remains to be seen. Sing 2, I didn't see the first one. I like a lot of these types of movies. Did you see it?
No.
I've avoided it because I don't like musicals usually. Matrix 4,
Free
yes
on
or no?
HBO Max. Free on HBO Max. I wouldn't probably pay. I haven't even seen a trailer yet.
Got to see a trailer to make that decision. It's almost.
If it's a good trailer, I'll go to theaters to see it.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, it was originally all of us went and saw the original in theaters for the spectacle. We didn't know what the story really was. We didn't know it was going to actually be a good story. So I will say this once again, because I saw all three in theaters, even after how bad the second one was. I'm going to go see Matrix 4 opening weekend in theaters because it's a spectacle film. It might be good. It might be garbage, but you know what? The technology has gotten far enough that I think it has a really good chance to look really, really good. What do you think? Did I convince you?
Absolutely. It'll look great. That's not my problem. I want to see if I don't know. I'll see it at theaters. I'm being an asshole. I'm waiting for a trailer. It's The Matrix. It's one of the I was still say it's one of the few franchises I've seen in theaters. I haven't seen the first Matrix in theaters. My first and second R-rated movies I saw in theaters, taken by my dad, were The Matrix Revolutions and The Matrix Reloaded, which I think I put in opposite order, but those are the first R-rated movies I was taken to.
You know what's funny? I've told you. Sorry for those of you that don't know. I've got a brain injury. Anyways, and the more pain and stress and tired I get, the worse my speech gets. Where were we? Matrix.
And
you
I
saw
Matrix
rated R.
2 and 3
Okay,
my
I
first
got it.
R-rated movies
Yep.
in theaters.
So you and I've talked a little bit before about how my mom my parents would let me go see the rated R movies where we lived. You just had to have an adult buy the ticket. They didn't have to buy two. They didn't have to go in. Right. And things have changed. But like all in middle school freshman year, I saw like the Faculty, Idle Hands, the Matrix, all of these movies with my 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old friends by ourselves, no adults in the theater. It was great. I loved every minute of it. Shout out to my buddy CJ, not watching because he's actually a rocket scientist.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, but he's one of my oldest friends, and he's a legit rocket scientist. But so that's good memories. Like I even have that with the Matrix is that nostalgia from time with friends. And the last one for the year, I don't care about Downton Abbey, but
the Kingsman. I've been quite looking forward to that movie.
Me too. Look,
Daniel Bruhl, aka Zemo, as the Nazi in the group.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with you, Mr. Millar. I do. Mark, if I may, you do a lot of really great stuff, man. I have 1985 in my long box. Love it. Oh, hold on one second.
I have a book called The
King's
Secret Service 1 through
Right.
7, which is Kingsman.
right. I was gonna ask you. Yeah, did you read the source material?
No, I own it.
No,
I've never
okay.
read it.
Have you read anything from Mark? Like
Civil War.
Okay. Did you read Ultimates 1 or 2?
Yes, I read both, and I've read Kick-Ass.
Okay. So what do you think of his work overall in general?
Well, his work's very different when it's not Marvel, when it's doing his own thing, like Kick-Ass. Like, okay, here's what I want to ask you, and hopefully we get an answer to it, but I need to go to the bathroom soon. I want to know why Jupiter's Legacy is. I'm going to watch it. I want to know what makes it worth watching compared to all the Marvel shows, the DC shows, and The Boys, and the most recent one that came out, Invincible. Like, why is it worth watching in a world where those exist? That's the question I have. I just want to know the answer to. But I do need to go to the bathroom soon.
Okay, good.
But
Go.
I do like his stuff. I was saying, like, you know, his Marvel stuff's great. Civil War. And then, yeah, I used to own Kick-Ass.
So all you want
1 through 7 over here.
Basically, and I had a similar question. Jupiter's Legacy looks like Schumacher superheroes to a degree. Is that on purpose? What's the deal?
Exactly.
Like,
and I don't know if it's like, is it supposed to be violent like The Boys? Is it supposed to be like why is it different? You know, it's like the old the Jewish thing that people do on Passover. It's like, why is tonight different than any other night? It's like, why is this superhero project different than like, why watch this one, Mr. Miller? But I'm going to turn off my video real quick and go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. You do that. I will entertain the people while Nick is away. I'm going to mute him too, because I don't want to hear any weird noises. So Nick is gone for the moment right now, ladies and gentlemen. You are stuck with me. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you've already done that, if you haven't, please do hit that red subscribe button. If you're watching this on replay, hey, great. I hope you enjoy. I have no idea how much longer we're going to be up, but I do want to I do want to talk a little bit about some stuff LRM Online's got going on. We have our Genreverse Podcast Network coming out soon. Basically, all of the great shows that you guys have already been watching, like LRmornings, which will be getting a rebranding as the Daily Cup of Genre, Breaking Geek Radio, Marvel Multiverse Mondays, that might now be Marvel Multiverse Mondays on a Friday, because Loki's going to be hitting on Saturdays. So we got that. We've got a great anime review podcast called Anime-Versal Reviews, and we're not rebranding everything. We're just expanding. So no one's bought us. We haven't been sold or anything like that. But not only will the podcast network get some of this branding, but you might see some of it across the website and other ways. Don't fret though. We are definitely not losing our Latino review roots. Nancy Tapia is actually working on a really cool, we'll just call it a series, and it is a Spanish language series. It's all going to be awesome, and it's just look. We're here for you guys. Like, we want to be your source for reliable entertainment, news, and opinions. And when it's news, you should know, and when it's opinions, you'll know. So there's a lot of really great, awesome things coming. Our website, LRMonline.com. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to chat. All of our contributors are very, 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 very passionate, and I can't recommend that you give it a shot. The news pieces, the opinion pieces, are podcasts. Nick is back. We we are also looking for information from you guys. Let us know what you want to see in the genreverse music. Like, we're going to be starting a war movie podcast this month. Nick, Cam and I, Cam and Mike Shockey and I are all big history buffs. Mike is actually a history or social studies. They mix here in the U.S. High school teacher, I believe. My father, is a has his master's in military history, teaches military history class that he designed at high school, and teaches geography, social studies, and other world U.S. history, whatever they give him that year. But he's going for his doctorate in military history. He's like in school now for it. It's
so you probably do it in
insane.
college. Then it's not like they want a doctorate at high school.
Dude, no, I
they're
kid dude, they are. I kid you not. Though I asked
G14 classified.
I asked him what are you planning on doing? Are you gonna go like, because one of his his degree he got from the university, Austin P State University in Tennessee, outside of Fort Campbell, and I don't know how old that professor is, but I'm like, could you take his job or something? And he's like, no, I'm gonna stay at the high school. I might go adjunct and make some extra money, but he loves school. It makes no sense to me. It's like, if I already know it, I don't want to hear about it, and I don't want to have to prove to you in some abstract way that I do know it. Like, just ask me straight up. Like, let's go. But anyways,
AMA's Tisha.
We are doing a Full Metal Jacket for Memorial Day weekend. Now, some people might question that, and here's why I picked it specifically. For those of you that don't know, Veterans Day and Memorial Day usually mark the beginning of summer, and then the beginning-ish of fall, so to speak, in November, or end of fall or whatever. Anyways, one's for those that passed, and one's for those that served, retired or got out or whatever. And then there's actually a Armed Forces Day for active and current serving reserves and guard. But the Vietnam vets didn't have the greatest go around, and Memorial Day, we lost a lot in that case. And Full Metal Jacket is one of those just universally loved military movies, and Cam being Scottish, can only relate to so many. There's only so many Hollywood level movies made about European wars outside of World War II, and then the redoing All Quiet, and you got a few other World War ones like the War Horse and stuff.
What about the Mel Gibson one, the World War I one, where it's like Galapagos or something? It's like it's a World War I Australian movie. And like, to get beaten to the coast, and he's just a delivery man in the final scene without even a vest. There's it's kind of like the last act is just 1917, but not with the camera following behind, like a real camera. He has to deliver a letter across enemy lines during World War I, and in a part of this. No, because it's not in Australia. It's Australian soldiers serving in South Africa.
Okay.
Galapagos. It's Galapagos, I think it's the name of the battle. Maybe the movie. I don't know. It's it's an interesting one where you're like, it's not a battle I've heard. It's not a U.S. German.
Yeah, it's not like
not even a main battle. It's like that happened, and a lot of Australians died.
Yeah, it's not like the Third ID and holding the Marne and or Battle of the Bulge with the 101st and any ways. So we're doing Full Metal Jacket. Look for that coming out Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna kind of do it Cantina style, but a little different. In addition to that, immediately almost the next week will be the anniversary of D-Day, Operation Overlord. So we will be reviewing Saving Private Ryan, of course. And then a month later, which will get us on our monthly schedule with some specials for certain, reasons like, anniversaries and things like that. Cam will be watching for the first time Gettysburg, which is
nice.
Like
one of the first movies as a kid I saw that was 2 VHSs.
Yes,
that's how I remember it as a kid. It's like that one's 2 VHSs.
Yes,
before Titanic.
Very long movie and
Great
worth
movie.
Every minute of film.
Jeff Daniels, man.
Jeff Daniels, great.
So good.
I got a chance to go to Gettysburg. It was a trip I've always wanted to make all my life and had never gotten the chance to, and thank God I finally did before my health took a turn. It's very sombering there. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I loved it, but the movie itself and war movies there's such a unique genre, and that's because of the content, the very content of what you're showing on screen is difficult to deal with, difficult to cope with, and some people, they have no idea. I did it again. They have no idea what they're getting into. But here's some stuff from Gettysburg. This is awesome, like diorama where they play sounds and lights and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my God. What was that? Are you okay? Hey.
Dogs don't hurt themselves. Dogs are fine.
She
scares
the crap out of me.
They hurt themselves, and I'm like, oh, you're just being a And my cat right now, if you were making noise, look over and be like, you're sleeping, asshole. But you definitely made a noise, you dick. Animals are fine. Animals are better without us, if anything. Except for the food and the cleaning up the poop.
Yeah. So you spoke of Jeff Daniels and his character Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain. This is little Round Top. This is like where the 20th Maine was at, and it was really, really cool, really sombering. Like I say, it's look at my little man. Oh my God, he's like 7 years old now. This was 2016.
George Lucas.
No George in that name, but
like instead of Mr., it should be George.
He's so adorable in a little T-Rex shirt. I know. And then they grow up. Anyways, so yeah, he's gonna do those, and then we plan on going for fourth. After that, he's gonna get to choose some. I foresee Patton, Waterloo. I foresee A Bridge Too Far. I don't know how many Korean and Vietnam movies he'll do. Like, I want to do Hamburger Hill. I think he'll want to do that one, but we got to get Shockey in on it, because some more movies I can't do. So there'll be some movies will be reviewed with others, but I'm looking forward to that.
Hurt Locker on that list. Cool. It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Hurt Locker, Catherine Bigelow.
Being outside of the military, it's one of my favorite war movies.
What other war movies do you like? You said you liked Gettysburg.
Like realistic ones. Gettysburg, okay. I haven't seen it for forever. I remember enjoying Gettysburg quite a bit. Saving Private Ryan. which I agree. Most people agree the opening sequence is far better than the rest of the movie. And it's true. The rest of the movie's fine, but the opening sequence is kind of like those holy shit, war's never been captured this way type scenes.
You got to admit, man, that is some peak Tom Hanks.
Yes. No,
throughout the whole film.
All the way through the end. Yes. That's why right now Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg are producing a war set movie or TV show for HBO. I don't think they even said what time period it is, but they built an entire military base that they can fly aircraft from that's far enough away from people in the neighborhood to like wake them up. It's like in, I don't know if it's Hawaii or Miami or what, but right now they're shooting a war series. And they haven't said if it's World War I, World War II. Seems like it might be like Vietnam or something based on the kind of rumors I've heard about the aircraft, but
was it helicopters?
They do everything. No, they were jets. They've been shooting off jets.
Oh, it might be Korea more than.
But should be fine. The only version of the Korean War I've seen in a movie or TV show is MASH, which I love, but is the softer side of it, even with the realistic episodes about doing surgery. MASH never addresses the combat directly like a Spielberg would. Yeah.
Is are you reaching your data cap there, Nick?
What does that mean?
You're starting to look a little pixelated, bud.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all.
I can only see my own end. So
it's all good.
Must be Xfinity Internet fucking me in the ass again. God damn you, Xfinity. Come here. Get over here.
Who are you calling? Your cat?
No, I'm calling Xfinity in on this show.
Oh yeah, they're not going to be
We're going to be
tweet at them. I'm trying to get my 4,000 subscribers, and you're making me look like crap on screen.
I even shaved.
No, not you. That's what you tell them.
Yeah, fuck you, Xfinity. It's like you don't even. It's like you only cared for the first year. And since then, you've just been streaming me along like some kind of customer.
Oh, God. Anyways, 2022, the 355. What's that?
Don't know it.
I don't know. Is that a 300? They already did a 300 sequel, right?
No, that was called like the 300. I don't remember what it was called. That was a prequel.
350. Okay. The 355 Simon Kinberg film action ensemble movie.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Scream 5.
Okay.
Yep.
What's his
Water?
name? One of my favorite actors right now is in that.
What, Scream or Deep Water?
Scream.
Okay.
5. Shit. He's in The Boys. He's in Star Trek Lower Decks. Like Huey and The Boys.
I know who you're talking about.
His family's a big deal. Like Kevin something and idea. Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid's his name. Like son or relative of Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He's in Scream 5. That's enough for me. And they have all the original cast just like they did for number 4. Number 4 is bad, but it's not like End of the World killed the franchise. Like it's a weird, shitty franchise. 3 and 4 are bad, but it's like keep going. I'll watch them all.
Yeah. And the first one's just glorious, but Behind the Mask is a touch better, and I highly suggest everyone watch it. Morbius, fuck no.
What is
I
Deep
don't
Water?
care.
I don't know what that is.
It's a erotic thriller.
No, fuck that. I watch that shit at home on my
I don't know what the black phone is.
Phone.
What?
I watch that on a tablet. I watch all my dirty shit on tablet.
Oh. Death on the Nile follow up from the
I know the Black Phone.
Perot. What's the Black Phone?
The Black Phone is the minute him and his writer were fired from Doctor Strange. Scott Dickinson and his writer who wrote all of his horror movies and Doctor Strange one wrote The Dark Phone, and it's being put out by Blumhouse. So it might be good because of that combination. Like they were known for Sinister until they did the Doctor Strange movies. Like That's they got fired for going too far to the horror direction. And then they brought in Sam Raimi because they said it was a horror film, but they went too far. So they were fired, and Sam Raimi was they had creative differences. And then Sam Raimi was brought in, and they moved on to do this original project, which was picked up by Blumhouse and has already been shot.
Okay, cool. I'm down with that.
Morbius, yes, I'll see it, but I think it's gonna be garbage. Complete.
It looks like
it's gonna be worse than Venom. Come on.
It looks like actually, I think it'll be better than Venom because it won't. It doesn't have to carry the weight of that character. Nobody knows Morbius.
It's a character where it's like I shouldn't even be watching this because this character doesn't deserve it.
That's why it has the potential to actually potentially be okay. I'm not saying it will be, but Morbius does have the potential to be okay. And look, you know. Fuck Sony. Anyways, Death on the Nile. That's the follow-up for Orient Express.
I hope it's better than the Orient Express, but I'd watch it because Orient Express was stupid in the. I know these are classic stories, but it wasn't like a creative twist at the end because it's a classic story. I'd watch another one. The director which is the same guy who plays the detective, Kenneth Branagh, is great.
Yeah.
I'll watch it again.
What about Love? I don't know. Marry Me both sound like rom-coms. I don't know if they are, but I don't.
Uncharted. I don't give a shit about.
I don't even know if it's actually coming out. The games are good. Games are good. If you can get them for free, like I got PlayStation Plus, I can download them. So
Xbox systems, except for PlayStation 3. I don't want to play the old.
Dog. I don't know. Maybe it's cartoon. Ambulance. Rumble. What the fuck?
What the hell is the Batman?
What the hell? I don't know, but I'm wondering what the fuck.
The Batman.
Ambulance 2022. What is that? Mystery movie.
And other people I can't name except for I don't know who any of those other people are. Fuck this movie. I give this movie a 0 out of 0.
You're
I
terrible.
haven't seen it, and I can't grade it otherwise.
Okay. Marry Me. Oh, no. We're down here. Ambulance, Rumble, the Batman. Let's talk about the Batman. Let's talk about the Batman. Oh, how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 about the Batman?
10. It's not a Mission Impossible movie, but it's bigger than a Marvel movie I'm excited for. Because when you do Batman right, like early Batman especially, which is what this promises, like there are no better superhero tales than an early year 1 or year 2 Batman story. Like I would still argue I used to argue he's not a superhero, he's a vigilante, but we're talking about comic book movies, capes. We're talking capes as a
right.
My boy Constantine.
I got it. Yeah.
His early years and his I want to see. In fact, I think we'll see more year 1 stuff in the HBO series spinoff Gotham, which will star Jeffrey Wright as young Commissioner, not young, but Commissioner Gordon. If you read year 1, it's a book about half and half. Half of it's about Batman year 1. Half about it is about Commissioner Gordon. So I want to see scenes for the Batman kicking ass and he knocks a guy off a balcony and catches his foot. And Gordon sees that from a distance. This is the TV show. Because that's an early Batman story that's so great. He tries to save someone who's a robber, and the other 2 robbers wail on him with bats and shit. Not Batman.
Yeah.
Little bats. And then he comes out of it. So the movie I want to be that season 2. The Riddler take is kind of interesting.
Exactly.
With, the tape and stuff. And it looks very Fincher, which I'm a big fan of. But some say it's going to be similar to Long Halloween, but they're also doing that as an animated film. So
yeah,
I'm more excited. I'd rather see this than a Ben Affleck, Zack Snyder universe movie.
Yeah,
I love Batfleck.
I have a not a big fan of the DC Comics. They are what they are. They are who they are. There's some good movies. I'm a huge fan of Batman and Batman Returns. I like Dark Knight well enough. But honestly, this here, it's about the villains for me. It's about the rogues gallery, and that's the thing that
no
Batman.
Is, or you'd rather see that?
What?
What do you mean?
The movie. The movie is, dude. This movie is about the villains.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the biggest criticism that the Danny Elfman's friends, Tim Burton's movie's biggest complaint is that the Joker gets more screen time than Batman in the first.
Well,
movie.
okay, they didn't
Penguin
balance
and
it
Catwoman
right.
get 4 more. Like Burton's biggest complaint is that the movies aren't about Batman; they're about his foe.
Right.
And
what
Michael Keaton then just sweeps in. He sees the double. Like you've seen the Batman Returns, right? It's not just a signal into its window. It's like a mirror hits a mirror, hits a mirror, and then it's like within his vision. And it's like that ain't obvious, Like,
well,
I love the first 2.
Well, I can't even remember the point that I was going to make anymore.
We were discussing the trailer.
Yeah, but it was some about the Burton films, but I don't remember. The villain aspect of it.
Oh,
okay?
the ratio.
Right, it's about balance. That of course is important, but not just balance. It's also about showing the villains motives and you spend a lot of time with Joker, but it's just Joker being crazy in the first film. You spend a lot of time with
he had a name
with
in that
Penguin. Yeah, because Walken trying to get him as a puppet politician, but they don't really focus on
quite a bit of time.
Right, like. But she's the only one you feel they give a relationship with the Bat, and this looks to be all about these people's relationship.
Just about
with
fighting
Batman.
crime. That's where the Burton movies lose out, is there isn't a true connection. Like, even though Batman threw the Joker, you're my number one guy, Jack. What's his real name? Because they give him an actual Jack Napier. Only one of the only versions to give him a name, because it's Tim Burton. And that fact, going into it later, that was Tim Burton's guarantee to make a sequel, was I don't have to skip to the origins at all, right? And they're like, yeah. So he's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make Catwoman come back alive by cats biting her, and the Penguin's gonna be a monster, not just a politician who has a weird nose.
Yeah,
that's his shit. But I don't know. Jack Napier is more about Gotham than he is Batman, even though Batman threw him into the vat, not intentionally.
Right,
right. Like, he's not angry with Batman until Batman is stealing his press. When he shoots the gun that shoots the fucking fist like it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
he's not a Batman villain. The other two aren't either. Batman just gets in their way. None of them are aimed in on Batman like most are. And what should be, your Joker should always be, Batman's more important than Gotham. I would save Gotham in order to embarrass Batman. You know what I mean? The Joker's I would do the best things in the world for Gotham if it made Batman look like an asshole and make us enemies.
Mm-hmm.
If Batman became bad, the Joker would become good. I truly believe about the way the character is written. He's just there to be the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I got it. Batman and Spider-Man both have the best villains, but they also have some of the worst villains, and the usage of Batman's has just always been like Joker. Too much.
Which is why there's a Joker film, and it's like shut up.
Because Warner Brothers, just Warner Brothers.
I will be pissed if there's a Joker even tease in the Batman, which there probably will be, because it's like we've had so many Jokers in the world of DC already. Kill me.
Yeah, I know, right. What's after the Batman? We have Pixar's Turning Red. I'm not sure.
Pixar movie. I'll watch it.
But Pixar, I'm usually
Doctor Strange 2. Probably the hottest Marvel property right now.
Let's talk about the Doc Strange 2, man. March
the Multiverse
2022. Dude, that's the day after my anniversary.
I thought it'd been pushed since then, but the very latest, it's May 2000 that year. It's definitely that year.
Did it?
If anything, it was a push when they released the
that trailer thing.
Yeah, the Phase 4 sizzle reel, as I'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's within a month of that. It's either March or May. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It looks. That one overtakes even Spider-Man, because I just want to see what they do with the Sorcerer Supreme and someone a show ensured us.
Nope, it is March 25th.
Thank God. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get the Sorcerer Supreme versus a character we were assured is more powerful, and we've seen almost destroy Thanos one-on-one. I almost think Doctor Strange could keep the sequel No Way Home, because I almost feel like Into the Multiverse of Madness assumes that he'll be thrown into the Multiverse of Madness and also not be able to find a way home. And he'll meet a different Cap or a different Iron Man or whatever. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, how do I even get back to the Scarlet Witch? And they're like, the Scarlet Witch? It's like, what are you fucking talking about? It would be crazy. That's almost what that's what they suggest. It's not, Indiana Jones it's not Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's so it's like, is he gonna be chucked through a hole by Scarlet Witch in the first scene and just have to battle his way out of hell?
Yeah, that's a possibility, man.
Giving us so many different multiple versions of actors and characters we've seen in that 2-hour time period.
Yeah, I could see that. I can toss that.
I'm not sure it's true, but that would be so cool.
No, I don't want to save it. I just want to close the damn. I already got my snip. We already got Nick's ugly mug up on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, make sure you guys are following us over at LRM_exclusive. I'm, like you can see, at that Kyle Malone, at that one Kyle Malone on Instagram. And Nick, nobody cares.
You can follow.
Sonic
I'd rather you follow us here on YouTube than follow me. Fuck me.
And subscribe. Big red button down there. Here. Sonic 2. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I saw it again the other day. No, the game is not.
You plugged in the expansion pack, and it was called Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Knuckles.
If you got that expansion pack, but you got to remember it came out first as just Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
And you plugged it in. I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Sonic and Knuckles.
My friend owned them all. I never owned a Sega system. But
yeah.
The history.
Yeah. This is the only time that I'm down with a numeral subtitle, because it's a video game and it's based off the same thing.
The video game was called that.
The video game was called
with the
Sonic 2.
It's like the logo we've seen.
Right. And we saw some set photos. My wife actually wrote a piece last week. I think it went up, shared the tweet that had the photos because, reasons. They look good, man. Like, I don't know if I buy that conspiracy theory that the first trailer was done bad on purpose, but regardless,
I don't believe any of this conspiracy theory.
But regardless, the movie was great, way better than it should have ever been.
I was too drunk when I finished it, but in the end I gave it a rating of 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd while drunk. So apparently I enjoyed it.
There you go.
The first half was great.
Yeah. The bad guys, no idea. Lost
In the sequel?
City of D, I don't know.
Well, you also have Robotnik can come back. He was in a different world. He wasn't dead, right?
No, and his parts of his ship were there. He's coming back.
Just call him Dr. Eggman next time.
Yeah.
I thought that was a weird uptake when I was a kid. I'm like, why change his name?
Well, it's just like
Robotnik.
Just like from Rockman to Mega Man from Japan to the
I didn't
US.
know that was changed, but they kept it. They kept it the same for so many years, and they decided in the early 2000s, like in the 90s, he was always Dr. Robotnik. And like you got the Dreamcast and Sega Adventures, and it was suddenly Dr. Eggman.
It's also like it's also like when fuck, I just had it. There was another name change I was gonna bring up. Final Fantasy VII, right? All of the American versions of the original game. Aerith, her name is pronounced Eris. In the English versions, it was wrong, and then they make 7 remake. And they make it right the way it is in Japan. So both in Japan and America, she's Aerith Gainsborough now, not Eris.
Subscribe now.
Yes, subscribe, guys. I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Please. Okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. No regrets.
Down there so fast. Legally Blonde
much.
3. Oh my god! Look,
I haven't seen the second. I've barely seen the first. Fuck you.
Mission Impossible 7. Fuck that.
No
Don't
wonder.
care.
That is the date it's at.
I keep telling you that this dude, Eric Davis is the. Shut up.
I'm there. I'm there 5 times opening weekend.
Yeah, he's the managing.
I will pay back every company in the exhibit. I will go see it at every theater in the area, so you all get money from me seeing it.
Eric Davis is the managing editor for Fandango, so I'm fairly certain that considering this came out this morning, that other than changes made,
that's correct.
That this is good.
That's correct. Yeah, no, I didn't mean, it used to be the same date that Top Gun Maverick.
Yes,
and they pushed it. Yeah, so that's correct date. I didn't mean to question it.
But still, fuck it. I don't care. Don't care.
Fuck you.
I know. John Wick 4.
Fuck
what
that.
do you think?
I haven't seen John Wick 3. They're all the same.
Oh, what? No, wrong answer.
They're
3 is
all the same.
3 is all. 3 is
action.
Yeah. Okay. Orgasms are all the same. Do you ever get tired of those? No. So shut up and go see John Wick 4. It's like an orgasm.
I didn't see the third one. But I did like Nobody.
See the third one. It's good.
I like Nobody. Did you ever see Nobody?
Not yet. Yeah.
Nobody's good. I thought it was part of the universe when I saw it. It's not, but
really?
It ties into the universe enough where you're like, it's a theory, like a nerd theory that they're in the same universe. When I watched Nobody, I thought it was in the same universe as John Wick 3, 1, 2. But it's not. It's good.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, take my hands and bind them.
Just
and
take the money.
No matter how bad it is.
Take my money.
No, they released part of the score on a video game video. Like they attached it to a video game video, the one that was playing, and they released that as an Instagram video. It's like, this is like the Velociraptor theme, like the exact theme, times 1,000 as far as like volume of notes / like instruments they selected. And I'm like, you're gonna do Velociraptors finally. It'll probably be terrible, but I've also watched.
They've all been Velociraptor. Blue is a Velociraptor.
No, but they haven't used them as weapons recently. They've used them as friends. I want to see Velociraptors as scary as the first film. Like the kitchen scene. Okay. The kitchen scene is one of the best horror film scenes of all time.
Yeah. After that, Pixar's Lightyear, which I'm 100% against because I'm sorry, there's only one voice for Buzz Lightyear, and I got it that this is the real version. Buzz Lightyear, but still, fuck that.
I'm more into it because it's fucking, Chris. I love Chris Evans. Of course, I love it.
Transformers. I still don't know what their reboot
have a name with it yet,
plan is.
I don't think that'll happen on that date. That's a guess. I think when they wrote this list, I thought it would. I don't think we're getting a Transformers movie that soon if they don't have any kind of subtitle. Or
they still have like the Doc Strange labeled as Doc Strange 2.
That's true.
So,
but I haven't heard anything about Transformers lately. I hear about Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange just finished shooting this week. I hear about it all the time.
Yeah. So Transformers, I actually liked a lot of parts of films, but Bumblebee was good, but it's like, what are you guys doing? Is Bumblebee our official new start point? Like,
I hear it's a different start point this time. It's so stupid.
Yeah. So
Bumblebee. I want to because it's by a good writer and it's supposed to have the ET.
It's all right.
But it's probably a better writer than the quality of the movie, I've heard.
Yeah, and then we've got, of course, another Minions movie, The Rise of Gru. Oh God, I
didn't see the last Minions. I've only seen the first movie of the franchise.
Okay, so I'll say this: Despicable Me 1 and 2. 1 is amazing. 2 is okay. 3, skip it. Minions is decent, and then I don't know what else, but yeah. So there's like two and a half movies there.
Did you see the new one at theaters, or would you wait?
Yeah, we went and saw Minions.
So would you see the new Minions?
No, unless my son wanted to.
What is it called? Minions:
The Rise of Gru.
Would you see that?
Only if Lucas wanted to.
Okay. Fair enough. Because then we got Black Panther.
I'm
Wakanda forever.
I'm brain damaged and tired. You're just drinking and you're in worse condition than I am. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. You and I talked earlier. We talked a bit about the recasting and all of that, and what's going to happen, who's taking over. Look, guys. It's we're always going to have things even in the MCU that we say, oh, I would have done it differently, or it would have been cool if it was different, but in Feige we trust, right? And definitely in Ryan Coogler we trust for taking care of the wonderful world of Wakanda. Fantastic Beasts, I could not care any less about after the second one.
Except for this, Matt Mikkelsen is now Johnny.
I still don't care. And you know what's
care at all, but I'm like, give me some Matt Mikkelsen, and this will be on HBO Max too. If you're not, woo.
We'll see. Black Adam, yeah, I liked.
I like The Rock.
Shazam,
we all like The Rock.
And I like The Rock. So I know Shazam's not a part of this yet for Black Adam. It's his thing, which DC, you're stupid, but whatever. Indy 5, yes, Nick, we know. We know. Go ahead. You okay? You need a towel? Got it.
Puss in Boots? Fuck that shit. I don't care.
Another one. Yeah. Spider-Verse 2. I gotta see what they're gonna do.
Of course, we'll watch that.
Halloween Ends, which we know that's not actually the end. DC's the Flash.
Yes.
I wonder,
Michael
are
Keaton,
they gonna start doing the same thing Marvel does, where it's like Marvel's the whatever, like That's weird how they labeled it
because Aquaman 2 is not labeled DC's Aquaman 2.
Exactly, it's weird. So and Doc Strange is Doc Strange 2. Yeah, whoever wrote the list.
Like the Marvels.
So
yeah, sure.
Christine wrote about Monica showing up in the Marvels.
Probably.
But that's the thing. It's the Marvels, and she was a Captain
You can't have two
Marvel.
Miss Marvels. She was a Miss Marvel. Like
Miss no, she was a Captain Marvel.
You can't have two Captain Marvels. You can't have two Miss Marvels. And God, what's the character's name? Who's Miss Marvel now?
Carol.
Khan?
Oh yeah, Kamala Khan is Miss Marvel. I don't know what name they're going to go with. I still think it should be Spectrum.
I think it should be Spectrum too, because I respect the fact that Photon was her mother. I would not want to see her take her mother's name. I even spoke with that on Breaking Geek this week, where I was like, "Yeah, no, give her her own name. Don't make her copy your mother." Kyle was right. Kyle was always right.
Hey, then there's the number one rule is 99.9% of the time Kyle is right. So if you just assume he's right 99.9% of the time, you'll be right. I honestly look, when it comes to Miss Khan's comics, I don't care. I've tried whatever. The character herself, I have no issues with playing the Avengers video game. Like, I haven't played a lot because there's a lot of different things that I don't care for, but I am 100% open to her show later this year, and seeing what they do with it. I didn't hate Captain Marvel. I thought it was a solid like C+ movie. It's not amazing, but I will say this: it's one of the only Marvel films that is not like risen or fallen. Subscribe if you haven't, guys. Please hit that subscribe button. I really want to go to bed, and I need you guys to help us break 4,000.
How many subscribers? Tell me.
I'll check in a second once we're all done, and people can hit that subscribe button, so that way I can be surprised when I flip over. Creed 3. Whoa. How do you like the Creed series?
I haven't seen any of them, so fuck you.
Watch the Rocky movie?
No, I've never seen a Rocky or a Creed movie there, Buster.
So I don't want to talk to you. I want to dance with somebody I'm guessing is possibly a Whitney Houston biopic. And then, oh my God, dude, do you realize that? Look at that 12/16, Aquaman 2 and Avatar 2. There's no way that's going to stay.
Nope.
That is 2 underwater movies on the same day.
I want Avatar to fail. I want DC to win, and I want Disney to fail. I hate fucking Avatar. I want Avatar to die. I don't want any more fucking Avatar movies. Fuck that movie. It wasn't revolutionary. It wasn't game-changing. Avengers was game-changing. So go fuck yourself.
No,
Avatar.
hold on. Now, technologically, it did push things.
What did it do?
George Lucas
push
did.
3D? Yeah, it pushed 3D when it was the actors, and you're like, this is so cool to see real actors when they're like still floating around. The minute they were like digital characters, I'm like, that's some uncanny valley shit right now. Their eyes look dead.
Well, no. I look at the year it came out.
But they fixed
compared
that
to Thanos.
No. People say it's a game-changing movie because the characters looked realistic, and I was like, no, they're all dead in the eye. Even Second Life, Sigourney Weaver looks like she's dead.
No. The advancements in the technology wasn't necessarily the CGI. Believe it or not, it was a lot.
Why were they called it a Hollywood game changer? Which, like I said, I think Avengers was that. I don't think Avatar was a game changer. I think Avengers was the game changer.
Okay, if I could please, because it pushed beyond the CGI. It was the actual filming. It was the films used. It was the speed of filming. It was the size. It was
the double frame rate or whatever.
Things like that. It was Yes, and it was the quality of the 3D that hadn't been seen anywhere else. Those things, it definitely did push technology that others used, and maybe they didn't use it in the same way. But I do agree. I don't give a fuck about Avatar 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So that takes us through 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what is the biggest ones you're looking forward to this year, and what they've announced so far for 2022. It's a packed schedule, guys. Oh my god. There's going to be some moving next year for certain. I think this year's essentially locked in stone as long as no more bad outbreaks happen or anything. And then again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, please hit that subscribe button. And so let us know what the movies you're looking forward to most, which ones you plan on seeing in theaters. Do you plan on going to the theaters? If not, I hope you plan on buying a lot of merchandise, because if you want to see an Avengers 5 movie costing $250 million, you got to actually give the studio some money, and streaming is not necessarily enough. Nick, are you coming back to us now?
Yeah, I'm right here.
At least audibly.
Camera off for a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm here, buddy. I'm sorry. I had to go grab some beers.
No, you're good. You're good. So, guys, look, we've been doing this now 3 hours and 10 minutes. We need 10.
This is the best.
Yeah. We need 10 more subscriptions. So if
only
you know
10?
someone, share it.
Progress?
Yeah. We've made progress. 10 subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. So share us with a couple of friends real quick. Help Kyle go to sleep. I'm on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. What are we talking about next, Nick? Yeah, Nick's got to go to school, and he looks ridiculous and needs to shave.
Look, no, I have shaved now. Look at that.
Oh, is that what you did? Oh, yeah, because we got that one. What else are we going to do?
Everything. We're going to do everything right now. So what do you want? I did video gaming. You want to talk about that?
Well, you talked a little bit about the games that you've been playing.
What have you been playing, buddy?
Nothing. I'm too big. No, I'm way too busy. I booted up a RTS game called Supreme Commander 2 a little bit ago. Played it for a few minutes, and I got too much going on, man. I got a lot of anime to watch. I mean, I have got a crap ton of anime to watch.
But and your excuses are like my excuses, but they're not real.
No.
Your excuses, I'm watching fun shit. My excuses, I'm unemployed. I'm watching fun shit.
The other thing is that there's nothing new out that I want to play, and it hurts to sit at this computer chair a lot, and I'm a PC gamer at heart. I really am, and I miss it desperately. And wireless mice and stuff gotten better, but the good ones cost money, and I'll get back to it eventually. But what I'm desperately trying to do is help you guys get entertainment news and opinions from reliable sources, and from
like us.
A place that's not an echo chamber.
Look at the two of us.
Yeah, sure.
Look at us. Yeah.
A place that's not necessarily an echo chamber, because here at LRM and at the Genreverse Podcast Network, as it'll soon be known, you've got Nick, who absolutely adores The Last Jedi, along with Joseph Jammer Medina.
I don't like him. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Right.
He says it's better than Empire. He's a crazy
right. He is crazy with, but you like it more than Cam and I do, for certain.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you've got guys like me on Star Wars who absolutely loves the EU, loves the OT, likes Rogue One, and then won't watch anything else live action. My watch order is literally Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Well, my watch order gets rid of Rogue One too, so fuck you.
That's cool. I know what movie you like.
Solo's the first movie in the order of all the films.
God.
The prequel trilogy is garbage, and Rogue One is garbage.
Rogue One.
I know people love Rogue One. I know you love it. Most people love it.
The reasons why people love it very like I'll agree with you on the people that are just fan service. It's like there's actually a little bit more depth there. Unfortunately, because of editing and whatever goes on at
George jerking each other up. I'm sorry.
Oh, not really. There's a lot more depth. Why do you think Andor's getting his own series and people are actually excited for it?
I am not excited for it, but I will watch it. I'll watch any live action Star Wars series. I don't know why I'm anti-animation with Star Wars. I haven't watched.
Yeah, I don't do the
Rebels,
animation.
I haven't watched Clone Wars. I haven't watched yesterday's new series or whatever.
Yeah. Do you like anime at all?
In fact, we've been fighting hard because
Jammer wants to talk about
an anime that I'll like, and I haven't liked one of his recommendations yet.
What should he recommend?
He wanted me to watch some magical girl movie trilogy. They wanted me to watch Weather With You, which is also magical girls, and I've already watched Castlevania, and I hated it. And I've already watched.
How did you hate Castlevania? And
that's that show. Even Jammer hates that show, and he's anime. I also didn't like Attack on Titan, which my old girlfriend used to make me watch. So I've never watched an anime I've liked.
So what about movie? He's not series.
No, I'm talking about the same thing. I don't want to watch an anime, anything. That's the promise I gave the team on Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast. I'm like, never bring up another fucking anime. I don't want to watch another fucking anime. Because every single one I've watched, I haven't liked.
But you just named a bunch of series. I'm asking about movies. So think of things like Spirited Away, Castle in the Sky, Arietti.
One of those was Weathered Away or
Weathering with You.
Weathering with You. That was the one I was like, You know what I used to watch when I was younger? No,
you said
I
you
didn't.
cried?
I was like, I cried that I had to fucking watch the thing. I remember an anime show I used to enjoy in middle school, high school that was on Toonami or whatever.
Toonami, yeah, Toonami's a video
and
game
it was Outlaw Star, and it was like very similar plot to that Joss Whedon series, where you open a briefcase and there's a robot girl in it.
Right, you're trying to talk Dollhouse.
No.
Or the programmable people, or are you trying to talk Firefly?
Of course, is space western.
Firefly,
yeah, it's like Firefly in the movie he made. It was a actual anime, not live action, about like a ship's captain who gets a package to deliver, and the package is like a robot girl inside of a briefcase.
Special. Yeah, she wasn't exactly over. That's why you threw me off. I was like, robot. Like the closest thing I could think of was like Dollhouse. Yeah. I am trying to bring something up so we can take a quick, short little break, and let's find out what short ranks do we have. God, do you remember when we used to rank shit for over an hour?
Yeah, but do Mission Impossible. Did I do that in like 5
minutes? Mission Impossible? Yeah, sure. Well, that's 10 minutes. We don't need
that's a little too. That's too
10 minutes. Yeah. Let's do the forget the movies. These comic stories are the 3 best Marvel has. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to let this ad go away. I'm going to get my share screen going up. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Help us out. Help us break the 4,000 subs. It would be great if you would do that. it would be very beneficial for you, Hugh, very beneficial for me. I could go to bed. And with that, we shall be back soon. Thank you guys for watching. And again, please hit that subscribe button. We'll be back here in a few moments. Is my audio on? Yes, audio share. Go add to stream. You and I will go. Comic books are an amazing medium. They get to build worlds with characters that for the longest time couldn't be done on the big screen. And even though we do have things like the MCU and the DCEU, comic books still provide an opportunity to tell stories that you can't see or get anywhere else. Every now and then, a bunch of characters will get together for a big crossover event, usually with ramifications that crosses the entire universe that comic book series takes place in. I'm Kyle Malone, and this is LRM Ranks It. Crossover events are a big deal in comic books. You get to see characters interact that you had never seen interact before, or at least it used to be that way. These days, Marvel and DC have their characters crossing over all the time, and there's multiple events a year. But back in the 80s, there used to only be one event every few years. It was really cool to see characters meeting each other for the first time. Even though they existed in the same universe, they never had any interactions, and it was really cool to start seeing that. Nowadays, we get to see major crossover events done on the big screen, like Justice League or the Avengers movies, specifically Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. To me, Endgame and Infinity War are more of a crossover event than Avengers or Avengers Age of Ultron. Those were really like looking at Avengers books, even though Avengers books are kind of multiple characters that have individual books coming together, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to talk about my 3 favorite crossover events. 2 of them are Marvel-wide, and one of them is an X-Men crossover event. Before we get into it, you might notice I'm wearing an LRM t-shirt. It's actually the shirt I'll be wearing at GalaxyCon this year, actually this week in Richmond, Virginia. So if you're going to be at GalaxyCon in Richmond, keep an eye out for me. I'll be wearing this shirt. Come by and say hi. So my number 3 is going to be Infinity Gauntlet. This is the event that inspired the MCU's Infinity Saga. Both of them deal with Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones. In the comics, they're known as gems. Both of them deal with Thanos wiping out a bunch of people using the Infinity Gauntlet, and both of them have Thanos losing in the end. However, Thanos' motivations are a lot different in the comics versus the movies. In the comics, he's trying to impress Lady Death, and in the movies, he's got an altruistic, hey, I want to save the universe by saving them from themselves. Comics do go a little bit different. Nebula actually gets the gauntlet when they initially defeat Thanos, and then Thanos comes back to help them defeat Nebula. Adam Warlock is a major character in this movie. He's not been in the MCU yet. We've seen his cocoon twice, once with the Collector, and then they're like, oh, that's not the real cocoon, and then there's the cocoon at the end credits of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But Adam Warlock was a huge part of the Infinity Gauntlet story. Go pick it up in trade paperback. It's a great read. So my number 2 is going to be the original 1984 Secret Wars. This saw, for the first time really ever, a bunch of Marvel characters besides the Avengers meeting up together for the first time. The X-Men were meeting the Avengers. Spider-Man's meeting people he's never met. You had a whole bunch of cosmic characters meeting the Earthbound characters for the first time. The basic story was a cosmic character known as the Beyonder says, hey, I want to see who's the best of the best. And he creates Battle World, which has parts of all over the galaxy and Earth. And then he picks up heroes and villains, puts them in the 2 teams, says, hey, fight. Winner gets, whatever they desire. One of the interesting things is in issue 1, the good guys, they end up with Magneto, who was a bad guy for the X-Men. So everybody's like, what the hell are you doing on our ship? Bad guys fight amongst themselves. Dr. Doom becomes a major player in this story. It's a really good read, and it's what gave us the black suit Spider-Man, the symbiote. Yep, came from Secret Wars. Although it was just originally just a black suit and retconned later on to be the Venom symbiote. But still, very cool. Awesome read. Again, go pick this up. Trade paperback, digital, physical. I love turning pages. That's how I do it, but check it out. It's a great read. And it's also the only story that the Russo brothers said they would come back to tell for the MCU. Make sure you guys are going by LRMonline.com every single day. Make it your homepage. Make sure you guys are checking out our YouTube channel. We have great celebrity interviews. There's trailer reactions as well as episodes of LRM Ranks It. Make sure you go and check out the podcast channel, Los Fanboys. There you're going to find Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, LR Mornings, every Monday through Friday in the morning with me and Jammer. You're going to find LRM Ranks It, the podcast, Last Call podcast, so much more. LRM is adding new content to our multimedia all the time, so keep your eyes open. Make sure you guys are sharing, and subscribing to everything we got. We love comments. Leave comments for us. We love interacting with you. So my number one is going to be Messiah Complex. Messiah Complex is an X-Men crossover event. It happened after the results of Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, uttering the phrase, "No more mutants," where she cut the mutant population to below 200. No more mutants had been born in a long time, when all of a sudden a mutant is born in Alaska. You have all sorts of different factions, from the X-Men to some anti-mutant groups, Mr. Sinister. Everybody's after this baby. You get some of the best Cyclops X-Men has ever given us. He's a character that a lot of people hate, and they make it really easy to hate him, but he's great in this series. I absolutely loved every book it covered through. New X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and X-Factor. Layla Miller played a big part in it. She's a very interesting character. Madro, the Multiple Man, was a huge factor in it. Forge and Bishop. I mean, this is one hell of a X-Men story to read, and I highly suggest it. And afterwards, it gave birth to a cool run on cable. Like the other two, go pick it up on trade paperback. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Leave some comments below. Tell us what's on your list. What are your favorite Marvel comic book events? Leave us some comments on what you would like to see us rank. And be sure to tell us how we can make the show better. Make sure you check out the podcast on Wednesday to listen to me and Nick Dahl go over his list and my list. More in depth. We'll get more into the stories. Man, I was almost a professional back then, wasn't I?
Now I'm Jack. Yes.
LRM online YouTube channel. Check out our website, LRM online. I remember putting all sorts of freaking production value.
Get
Jammer.
Get him out. I don't want to see
No,
that.
he's talking about manga and anime.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite thing in the world. Kill him.
My God,
Kill
look.
Kill the feed.
I did. I killed the feed, Nick. Oh, God.
God.
Oh, Nick, it has been an insane nearly 3 years. Do you realize I joined the company 3 years ago on April 8th? It's been fun, man. We've come a long 2019.
Right?
No, 2018.
Yeah.
March April 2018. Yep. A lot of changes, lot of names, faces, but there's still a core group that's been there for a long time. And LRM guys, this has been a fun night. It's kind of petty, hey, subscribe to it was fun. I wanted to chit chat with my friend for a few hours without having to be on the phone. But legitimately, look, do we want to make money? Fuck you. Yeah. We got sponsors, not this video. Go check out the other videos and then go check out the sponsor. But I want to make money the right way, which is by providing the audience with what you guys want, with what you guys need, with what you guys like, and whether that's me directly or Nick or Jonesy, Jammer, Christine, Cam. Guys, look, we've got
your kink.
We have the Latin and Latina creators and entertainment side covered. Nancy, Gig, Manny, they got interviews on lockdown. Nancy's starting a new kind of series. We're not sure if it's a video podcast. It's something. So keep an eye out and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more. So we've got that. We got the war movie podcast starting. Marvel Multiverse Mondays on a Friday, maybe.
We might switch it up, yeah, because Loki, it's like Loki and screwed everything the fuck up.
But we're not changing that name. Just adding
it'll be
to it.
Asterisk.
Yeah, on a Friday
Or Thursdays, or whatever the fuck we decide.
Yeah. We're gonna try to make Marvel Multiverse a video series as well as LRmornings is now, and the Daily Hub of Genre, your daily cog. Go be a cog in the machine, but make sure you're the one that breaks, so you can take down the machine from within. Punk rock.
Build the machine.
Anyways, check that out. That's daily news and chit chat with myself, Manny Gomez at LRM _ Emmanuel. Great guy, one of our primary interviewers, and Christine joins us often. Nick used to join a lot, but we do everything for real in the morning.
Yeah, I don't get up that early.
And Nick doesn't get up that early yet.
Level.
When Nick gets a really awesome job living like 5 minutes from a job 5 minutes from me, and I offer him like 6 months free rent to take that job.
Yes. I will be in your debt. Sounds excellent. Let's start it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you can watch production value and stuff go up. Anyways, Marvel Multiverse, check for videos. That's going to be a lot of fun. Anime-Versal Reviews, we will have a brand new episode up later today. Hey, for me, it's now today on Dr. Stone, the Stone Wars episode 9, to destroy and serve, or just destroy and save. I think it is. Great anime. Hey. Great shonen anime. Dr. Stone for like he's back. You can't. He's right there. Here. That's Dr. Stone. He's awesome. And besides the anime stuff, the Cantina, Star Wars, one of my earliest creations after LRM ranks it. Something that literally we call reviews at LRM. There's one of two types. There's the Cantina method or not the Cantina method, because the Cantina method of reviewing Star Wars, guys, go check those out. We're talking scientific. We had questions that you could compare answers from movie to movie to movie to. It was awesome as Nick's falling asleep. The guy in a shit ton of pain is trying to plug things out so you can go to bed. No, we're joking around. Anyways,
all right,
we got the Star Wars podcasts, and then No Mercy, our Cobra Kai podcast on hiatus while we're waiting on season 4. And then, of course, Nick, tell us a little bit about some of the cool things that have been going on at Breaking Geek Radio.
Breaking Geek Radio has been really cool all the time, but we've had 3 episodes. We've had a fucking trilogy of Dungeons and Dragons where we venture on an island and there's sirens and death and life, and it's good. So yeah, we do our normal podcast, and then once in a while we get to do something fun like this. So
there you guys go. So it's expanding, and again, guys, thank you so much for every subscription that we got tonight. Thank you for every subscription that we and look, we may have made 4,000 before the end of the day, before it hits midnight on the West Coast. So I sure hope so. If not, it's okay, guys. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you get the joke. I hope you get the corniness. The ridiculous thumbnail with Windows Paint on it. Come on, it's beautiful. We do appreciate you all that read, that click, watch, listen, subscribe, like, share, all of that. It's rewarding. It means that something and this is me speaking. It means something I produced is of the value again, and as a service member that had his service cut short, I really need that. I needed this, and LRM's been an amazing experience, an amazing family, and I want to see and help them grow. So even if I'm not here with them for forever, they are here for forever. So yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button. Help us keep going beyond 4,000. We want 10,000. We want our first plaque in Atlanta at the home office by the end of the year. Help us get there, and along the way, we are going to give you guys every last bit of information, entertainment, opinions, yelling, ranting, raving, stuttering, brain dead veterans. It's going to be a fun year, guys. 2021, the movie, he's our back. Nick, what do you want to say before we go?
Good night.
You guys can see the outstanding social media stuff on the bottom, and then that red button, hit it. Subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys once again so much. It's been a lot of fun tonight. I really, really do appreciate it. Nick, you're in trouble, so stay around until after the video. No judge.
Okay.